is no power known.
Peace and love. Drop a one if y'all can hear me. What's good? What's good, everybody? Drop ones if you can hear me. We are back, and we are going to be talking about, all the good stuff on this weekend, man. We're going to turn up, turn down. We're going to get serious, get unserious. Have us a dynamic show, man. And you know who's going to benefit from it, hopefully? The young guys. On your way in, hit the like and share. We'll be beginning here in a minute. Salutes to everybody in the building. Talking about Gunna's situation tonight and more. I bet you them two didn't think it'll come to where it's at now, huh? Interesting series of events.
All new for you at noon. Atlanta rapper Young Thug is back in court for the RICO case against him. Now, this all comes less than 24 hours after Gunna entered a plea deal for his release from jail. Young Thug and Gunna are two of 28 defendants charged in this RICO case. All 28 members of the Young Slime Life record label, which prosecutors are accusing of having a connection to street gang activity. Motion hearings for Young Thug and other YSL members happening right now. Our team is there. We will be sure to bring you the very latest online and here on air. Here is a look at the moments Atlanta-born rapper Gunna walked out of the Fulton County Jail late yesterday afternoon. The rapper, whose real name is Sergio Kitchens, made a deal with prosecutors to make this.
Sergio Kitchens got his motherfucking ass up out of there, didn't he? Hey, let me tell you something. Uh-oh. They giving me a warning about pull up with a stick. Uh-oh. I played that pull up with a stick, and now they tripping on my copyright joint. They warning me. Drop a warning, we still live. I shouldn't have played that stick. Drop a warning, we still live. They want to get me for that stick, man. Come on, man. Oh, man, they bumped me down. LaShawn Thomas, I don't do that kind of talk. I don't get into that stuff, man. Brother Sanchez and Mike Epps, the same dude. Everybody got somebody that look is damn near identical to him in this world. Yeah, I don't get into those talks because all we can say is, well, that's the same dude, then what? We can't prove it. And so things I can't prove, I'm interested in them, but I don't really dwell on them. I dwell more on the things that I've done my research on, what I know if you debate me on it, I'm going to win. That's how I can keep a flawless victory record, because I'm not taking a fight that I can't win. Or if I do lose, it ain't going to be that I lost because I didn't know my shit. But yeah, man.
It's all happened.
I'm going to tell you something, too. If you look at the way Gunna walked up out of there, man, let's look at that. Let's take the black screen off. We pretty good with
All
this.
new for you at noon. Atlanta rapper Young Thug is back in court for the RICO case against him. Now, this all comes less than 24 hours after Gunna entered a plea deal for his release from jail. Young Thug and Gunna are 2 of 28 defendants charged in this RICO case. All 28 members of the Young Slime Life record label, which prosecutors are accusing of having a connection to street gang activity. Motion hearings for Young Thug and other YSL members happening right now. Our team is there. We will be sure to bring you the very latest online and here on air. Here is a look at the moments Atlanta-born rapper Gunna walked out.
And they was wrong for this footage. I know Gunna was like, man, I gotta walk up out this bitch free and they gonna be filming the hell out of my snitching ass. Now let me tell y'all something, y'all. Let me tell y'all something, right? We gotta celebrate for that one. Now let me tell y'all something real quick, right? Whoever took this footage right here, a piece of shit. They know they stirring some shit up in the streets. And let me tell you, the brother George was like, we gotta quit calling these brothers snitches. George was like, I'm glad that this nigga snitched. And I'm gonna tell you something. I don't care either. I don't feel sorry for none of these guys because they knew what they was signed up for, and they ain't nothing but predators and terrorists in the community. So that can be that's just my stance on it. It ain't like they busted some geniuses or some tech motherfucking gurus in our damn community. You know, it ain't like, you know, so my thing is, my thing is, whoever shot, yeah, I don't care about, I ain't got my feelings tied up in this. I want to use it as a teaching moment to show the world the hypocrisy and the children why you shouldn't fuck around with these gangster groups, these little mobs and coalitions. The toughest of these groups be folding and breaking down when they get behind that doggone and when these folks, listen, man, the man did 7 months. And you got to understand something too. You could tell with the footage that they got, where is Gunna's original footage with him getting out? Because I want to show you how he kissing his girl like, man, you know I got to go home and hit this right away. It's been 7 months.
The deal that set Gunna free, a major development in a huge racketeering.
Gunna said, I just bought you that ass, and I got locked up. I ain't even hit it like that. You see how Gunna walking up out of there? Gunna walking up out of there like, girl, come here. I ain't fucked in 7 months. Come on.
The deal that set Gunna free, a major development in a huge...
Yeah. I remember one video they had Gunna and Young Thug in the same area, and they was like laughing and joking with each other. And I was like, okay, Gunna ain't gonna fold. That looked at lawyer right there. Few months later, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'ma tell y'all, that boy need to change his name to Yes, Ma'am. And I know that the big bro George don't want us joking on this nigga snitching, but I got to. I got a joke on him snitching, George, to teach the young boys that this gangster life ain't what they think it is, and that most of the guys who saying they in that life is not like that. And you know why we got to do it, y'all? Because these kids are living up to false motherfucking expectations. You got these kids going out there doing some of the most demonic and evil shit you can think of because they think that that rapper that they listen to gonna really do that. Ain't none of them goddamn rappers that's talking all that gangster shit done it themselves. They got little crash dummies to crash out and do it for them. But the little crash out dummies doing it because they think the nigga that's rapping that he doing it when he just rapping. A nigga that's rapping about all the dope he got ain't selling dope no more while you out there really doing this shit. Now think about this, right? I want to clown Gunna, and I want to clown I want to clown all of it. It's so much to clown that's gonna teach the youth, right? Now, George said, I'm glad the nigga snitched. Let's clap it up for that, because, hey, I see where he coming from. He's saying that's going to make motherfuckers think twice if you're a young nigga trying to get into that shit, because ain't no loyalty among thieves, right? Now look at this man. And they got this picture of him kissing his girl when he got out, and she like, congratulations, babe. I told you it wasn't that big of a deal to just tell on a nigga. Yeah, he kissing that girl like, you know, I couldn't stay away from your ass that long. I'm not finna do all this time. Not, you know, all them niggas away from their girls. They just put new asses on them girls and they ain't broke it in yet. Yeah. Let's go to this real quick. And so my whole stream tonight, where I'm coming from, is I ain't mad at Gunna. 6ix9ine made it acceptable to snitch, and then I'm not in the streets no more, so I don't need to be mad at no nigga snitching on a nigga. Like, if you positive and you're a revolutionary, you could care less when them niggas rat each other out. Let them rat each other out. Shit. Good riddance, right? I'm feeling George on that. And the other side to this, a lot of kids getting into these gangs thinking that it's loyal. They getting into these brotherhoods thinking, hey, it's loyalty. But what we need to show them is, no, it ain't, man. Gunna was Young Thug's right-hand man. And look at how this turning out. Ain't no loyalty in this. So yeah, my thing and where I'm coming from tonight is I'm not mad at Gunna. The only way I'm gonna be mad at Gunna is if he come back out trying to rap all this tough shit and gangster shit.
Oh my God!
Stop. That's one thing you can't do. Now see, when 6ix9ine got out, 6ix9ine can keep his career because he ain't just gotta rap a bunch of tough shit and gummo shit, right? 6ix9ine got a lot of topics where he can just rap about having fun, you know, sets. Tekashi 6ix9ine don't got to do the gangster rhymes. You see what I'm saying? He got that other element to his gift, to where Tekashi was never all about just the gangster rhymes every fucking hit. He can get versatile. Now, if your career based on you being about this gangster shit, then Gunna's career is over. If he can't, and I'm gonna tell y'all what's crazy about all this. Now Gunna working with the police to help kids stay out of jail and shit.
Oh my God!
The same dude that was on Crime Stoppers, y'all. Children, this game ain't for y'all, man. You ain't built for it. A lot of y'all niggas was looking up the Gunna, man. Now look at this, bro. This show you that the best of the best fold. But he's far from the best. But the thing is, bro, we definitely can learn from it. Let's watch this shit, man. We definitely can learn from it.
Out of the Fulton County Jail late yesterday afternoon, the rapper, whose real name is Sergio Kitchens, made a deal with prosecutors to make this all happen. Now, Gunna will not have to stand trial early next year with rapper Young Thug and the more than 24 other defendants who prosecutors say were part of a racketeering conspiracy. And despite Gunna releasing a statement saying otherwise, documents from his plea deal show if called to testify when his co-defendants head to trial, the rapper would have to take the stand. John Sherrick on that part of the story for us.
You know, Gunna ought to name his youth outreach program the Yes Ma'am Outreach Group. I'm serious. He ought to name his shit Yes Ma'am Community Outreach Program.
Gunna's Sergio Kitchens leading the Fulton County Jail 7 months after he'd surrendered. He is a free man. The man Fulton County prosecutors had said was deeply involved with rapper Young Thug and 26 others in a violent gang called YSL. Gunna pleaded guilty to 1 count of racketeering, and it was an Alford plea, meaning Gunna does not admit to doing anything wrong.
He said a Gunna tail group. You a fucking oh man. Oh shit, somebody he ought to name it the Gunna tail group. You a fool for that one.
Wrong,
Shit.
Despite pleading guilty to the charge.
I'm pleading guilty, but not admitting I'm guilty. It's just legal.
That GTG, that Gunna tail group. That's a goddamn shame.
Racketeering, and it was an Alford plea, meaning Gunna does not admit to doing anything wrong despite pleading guilty to the charge.
I'm pleading guilty, but not admitting I'm guilty. It's just legal jargon, legal maneuvering, but it's the same as a regular guilty plea.
Atlanta attorney Daryl Cohen, who is not part of the case, says prosecutors likely just wanted Gunna out of the way as they focus on trying to convict the others.
Oh, told y'all they want the big fish.
Because he's a minor player, so it's just going to clear the deck, if you will, to give us, that is the prosecution, an opportunity to go after the big players in this case.
And like I was telling y'all young niggas about this rap game, don't you know that your label will let you sit up there and convict yourself on all these songs? These record labels know so much of your criminal business is fucking bananas. Now, y'all don't never think about that. If you with a record label and you talking about all this gangster shit you doing on and off record, this record label got so much dirt they can hang over you if you ever get in an argument with them about some contracts. Like, watch this. If I pull up Young Thug beefing with record label, watch this. You gonna see what I'm saying about this game. If you look up like Young Thug beefing with his record label, right? You'll probably find some shit. But that's just a conspiracy. But what I'm saying is, like, these labels know that these artists that they signing is got birds on the street, prices on niggas' head, and all that shit. They close to them. If the nigga rapping it on the song, what make you think he ain't telling all the white dudes at the label? And so when it reach a point in your career where you're better off dead than alive, instead of killing niggas, they can get some of you niggas knocked off with your criminal acts too. Because like I was saying, some of the same motherfuckers that own these labels on investing in these prisons and motherfucking it's a bunch of conflicts of interest anyway. Like, care what nobody say. One hand watches the other. And it's a bunch of motherfuckers sitting on these labels right now convicting themselves. And when the time is right, this is gonna be them. But not till they done milking them niggas though. And you can't fight for your masters in jail. You can't. Like, you pretty much done everything, pretty much go to the fucking label, because this ain't shit y'all think about that you gotta do early in your career. Y'all throw it off to later. but shit like this happen before you get down to the nitty gritty. I'm just saying, it's a lot to look at with this shit. Man, the label, motherfuckers will put a dude in your group to do little crazy shit to get y'all knocked off, and that be the dude that take the plea deal. Oh!
Gunna was charged with just one count of racketeering in the massive indictment. He was accused of dealing in drugs and stolen merchandise along with other alleged gang members. By contrast, young thug Jeffrey Williams was indicted on 8 counts. Gunna made it clear in a public statement released by his attorney that his deal with prosecutors does not require him to be a prosecution witness against the others. Quote, "I have not made any statements, have not been interviewed, have not cooperated, have not agreed to testify or be a witness for or against any party in the case."
He's trying to save his cred and his world.
Gunna says that as part of his deal with prosecutors, he will now, as he put it, try to educate.
This white dude is a real white dude. This white dude, like, it's the same as snitching, basically. He's trying to save his street credibility. This white dude crazy, man. Yeah.
All new for you at noon. Atlanta rapper Young Thug is back in court for the RICO case against him. Now, this all comes less than 24 hours after Gunna entered a plea deal for his release from jail. Young Thug and Gunna are 2 of 28 defendants charged in this RICO case. All 28 members of the Young Slime Life record label, which prosecutors are accusing of having a connection to street gang activity. Motion hearings for Young Thug and other YSL members happening right now. Our team is there. We will be sure to bring you the very latest online and here on air. Here is a look at the moments Atlanta-born rapper Gunna walked out of the Fulton County Jail late yesterday afternoon. The rapper, whose real name is Sergio Kitchens, made a deal with prosecutors to make this all happen. Now, Gunna will not have to stand trial early next year with rapper Young Thug and the more than 24 other defendants who prosecutors say were part of a racketeering conspiracy. And despite Gunna releasing a statement saying otherwise, documents from his plea deal show if called to testify when his co-defendants head to trial, the rapper would have to take the stand. John Sherrick on that part of the story for us.
Gunna's Sergio Kitchens leaving the Fulton County Jail 7 months after he'd surrendered. He is a free man. The man Fulton County prosecutors had said was deeply involved with rapper Young Thug and 26 others in a violent gang called YSL. Gunna pleaded guilty to 1 count of racketeering, and it was an Alford plea, meaning Gunna does not admit to doing anything wrong despite pleading guilty to the charge.
I'm pleading guilty, but not admitting I'm guilty. It's just legal jargon, legal maneuvering, but it's the same as a regular guilty plea.
Atlanta attorney Daryl Cohen, who is not part of the case, says prosecutors likely just wanted Gunna out of the way as they focus on trying to convict the others.
Because he's a minor player, so it's just going to clear the deck, if you will, to give us, that is the prosecution, an opportunity to go after the big players in this case.
Gunna was charged with just 1 count of racketeering in the massive indictment. He was accused of dealing in drugs and stolen merchandise along with other alleged gang members. By contrast, young thug Jeffrey Williams was indicted on 8 counts.
And what I don't get, this is why I don't feel sorry for these niggas. Cause all the millions of dollars that these niggas get, and they go to putting more dope in the hood. Now guess what folks say? Folks say that the feds put the dope and the guns in the hood. That's a goddamn lie. The white man ain't put no damn dope and guns in the hood. He's making it available. He ain't stopping from being available. But guess what though? All of our celebrities and rich folks putting that dope in the hood. Yep, I said it. And if you don't like what I said, click the link and debate me when I put the link out there. You know how that dope getting in the hood? Because some little nigga just got $2 million from the record label and he want to flip some of it. That's how the dope getting in the hood, dog, because you get a rapper that just signed a record label for millions of dollars. He got motherfucking connects in South America, all that shipping that shit in, nigga. Like, come on, man. And the rapper, you think they lying to you when they raps, dog? These rappers, how you think they flipping their money? Most of them is still hustling in the street, dog. Most of the dope in the street belong to some of them, the rappers that blew up in that area, man. You know what's crazy about rappers and the drug game? When you get in the music game and you start putting dope on the street, a lot of them don't even get busted until they ready for them to get busted. Because when you under a contract with that record label, you somebody's money. And the people money who you is, they above the law. You like, for example, with Bill Cosby. How long did they know this? How long did they knew, okay, we can always use this if Bill Cosby want to get out of line? They got dirt on everybody. And the dirt that they got on these rappers is they let them niggas think that you above the law. Yep, you got police on payroll, all that gangster shit. But see, the thing about having a police on payroll is that the police know everything you did. That police being on payroll know all of your criminal activity. And that police can throw you under the bus and act like he was investigating your ass. When it looked like it's about to hit the fan, that police can turn you in, the same police you had on payroll, to preserve his career. When your shit go to getting hot, and they gonna believe the police over you. How you gonna prove that the police was on payroll if you paying them in cash? Where the paper trail? Plenty police been on payroll, but the people who had them on payroll, they ass locked up, and that police will throw your whole shit under the bus before it go left. Y'all want to rap about all this police on payroll and yeah, and that's what I'm saying. This is the dirt that they got over the rappers, and it's gonna be a lot of more groups too. When they don't need you no more, when they want to dispose of you niggas.
Gunna made it clear in a public statement released by...
And to prove my point, look, they want Young Thug, man. They want Young... Why? Because that's the founder. All of the paperwork go back to him. Let me show y'all how this works. If they can prove that YSL is guilty of racketeering and it's a criminal organization, all of the assets of that shit go to the government and the state, just like in a drug bust. So in a drug bust, the police confiscate all the property. And in the case of a music label / gang, who owns all of that YSL shit now? Because when they prove that the criminal element is tied up into this record label, this shit getting confiscated now. Get what I'm saying? Don't it work like that? I'm just using common sense. If they can prove that I got a car business, but we selling dope up out the car shop, they gonna confiscate the whole business. So wouldn't it be the same in a record label's case if you kind of using... Niggas been using their record label as a front to launder money from the dope game, gun gang. Come on, man. We know that. Don't do that. We know that. But I'm thinking that this jeopardizes a lot of the assets surrounding YSL. I don't know.
By his attorney that his deal with prosecutors does not require him to be a prosecution witness against the others. Quote, I have not made any statements, have not been interviewed, have not cooperated, have not agreed to testify or be a witness for or against any party in the case.
He's trying to save his cred and his world.
Gunna says that as part
This the picture that they see. Whoever doing the camera work for Gunna, they trying to get Gunna fucked up, man. Cause I'm gonna tell y'all right now, it's a lot of niggas that's looking at this picture right here, like that bitch ass nigga snitch, and then he greeting this girl and shit with that little with that, yeah, baby, I snitched. I didn't really hold it 10 toes down, but I'm out, baby. And guess what? I can start, wearing that ass in. Now, George, you know we got to have fun. I told him that. George said he glad he's snitching. I told him, hey, good riddance. There you go. But we all, now one thing that I'm gonna say, George, I say we also got a joke on Gunna too. Cause a lot of young guys looked at this dude like he was so solid and that he was such a gangster. And what we showing the young dudes is that that's a non-realistic image. Most of these dudes y'all think is so gangster and won't fold and shoot the gun and do, y'all out there doing that stuff for real, but the people that's encouraging y'all to do that won't even do that. You got a young guy out there that won't snitch. Now, George, you said you glad he snitched, but it's a young dude out there that won't snitch because of Gunna. And now he's heartbroken. He like, man, I was keeping it 10 toes down. I didn't snitch because of Gunna was a good example to me, or Young Thug. Now you see that man snitching and you see this is a non-realistic ideology y'all trying to uphold. When you get your ass locked up and you're away from your kids, your family, that no snitch shit go out the door, and that need to be said. That need to be ridiculed because it's an unrealistic expectation that people like Gunna set, and then you realize that they gonna tell. So yeah, we gotta say, look, ain't nothing wrong with y'all telling. That's why I say I'm not mad at Gunna. What I'm mad at is he's gonna still go out there and try to uphold that gangster persona. Stop. That's what 6ix9ine was doing. Stop, man. And that's the part we gotta ridicule, George. But look, this picture right here, how they zooming in on Gunna face while he looking like Merlin with that motherfucking hoodie on. Hey, that ain't a good look. This is right here making a lot of niggas mad because Gunna got that little happy face. You done snitched on Young Thug. He was feeding a lot of people. Hey, yo, the cameraman that zoomed in right here, man. This shit right here is the part I like right here. This shit funny to me. That face right there. Yeah, buddy. With that hoodie on, man. That was it for me. Let me see something here though. It says something about him being in a program to work with the youth or something. Let me see.
Prosecutors. He will now, as he put it, try to educate young people that gangs and violence only lead to destruction.
Okay, so I'm jumping the gun. It ain't no program or nothing. He's gonna educate young. It's part of his deal that he educate young people that guns and gangs lead to destruction. That's part of his deal. Now, okay, so ain't nothing wrong with that. But check this out, right? So, so much going on this shit, man. Yeah. He's going to educate the youth that guns and gangs lead to destruction. Okay. Can't be mad at that.
He's trying to save his cred and his world.
Gunna says that as part of his deal with prosecutors, he will now, as he put it, try to educate young people that gangs and violence only lead to destruction.
and see what that is. Let me translate that for y'all. Gunna, we want you to use your celebrity to breed more snitches and rats. That I just gotta translate it in the street term. Hold on, y'all. Hello? Oh shit. Let me y'all listening. We back.
Can y'all please stop saying that people's ready and people decent? Like, it's not making anybody better. It's not making nothing but good.
I'm about to drop the link in a minute, y'all. So prepare for that. Salutes to the OG George Macon. We're gonna drop the link, man. I want to check out some of what these rappers saying they supposed to be reacting to Gunna or whatever. Let's see what's going on in the streets.
V with another banger. So I'll be speaking about Lil Baby, or you want to say Lil Baby will be speaking about Gunna, and also Sauce Walker speak about Gunna, and much more. But we do not want to speak about Lil Baby as yet. I will let Lil Baby leave for last because he's the most important topic in this video. But Sauce Walker deliver on this one real crazy, man. And I feel like you definitely want to hear it.
Boy, this is a great day.
Things that you love in life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, let's get right to it, man. Let's get right to it. Y'all be trip. Oh boy, y'all.
Nah, he tripped out right there because birds ain't no suckers. Ain't shit suck about no birds though. You feel me? But I respect what my nigga saying because a lot of you suck ass bitch made. You nigga playing 2K shooting a jump shot. You got two niggas come from the back door, put guns in his head. That's a bitch ass person.
I want to hear what Charleston White saying, how he reacting to it. Let's hear what some of these folks reacting to it. See what they tell me.
I'm so happy. This is a great day in the black community. Gunna is out of prison. I never thought I would be happy to say y'all, Gunna is out of prison. Now, I'm glad he got out by telling. I think that was smart, Gunna. I'm a Gunna fan now. I'm a goddamn Gunna fan now, boy. That's all y'all finna hear in my motherfucking CD is Gunna. I'm gonna tell. That day, Gunna. I'm gonna tell, nigga. What? I'm the new Gunna. Yeah, that's the one. Gunna. I'm gonna tell, nigga. That's even better. Yeah, they say they got rappers telling now. I told y'all it was gonna be a new day. I told y'all I would.
Hey, so Gunna is the latest snitch in the rap game. And you know, we would call that a Nutella, but we ain't talking about the little sandwich spread, right? We just saying like. Gunna is the Nutella. And I'm just saying if he just was to, get endorsed by Nutella, that peanut butter spread company, that'll be a good look for him. You know what I'm saying? If Gunna can get endorsed by Nutella, that'll be a good look for him, He the latest snitch. He finna teach children how don't be scared to tell, and I'm all for it. I'm on that shit Charleston White on with George on. Hey, good riddance. But he do need to get his endorsement money, and I think Nutella would be a good one for him, man. Let's go.
Bringing snitching and tattletaling and setting the record straight. I'm gonna make it cool, boy. We got Gunna, one of the biggest rappers, goddamn it, on earth. That agreed to cooperate and stood before the court and said, Your Honor, I want to make this clear. Y'all a gang, right? Yes, ma'am. And you did wrong, right? Yes, ma'am. What anybody else can say that's in the gang? We not no gang. We're a rap group. We're a rap label now. The boys before you that was in this rap label that you trying to say y'all a gang. And people died in the name of this gang. That's your ass, Mr. Rap Man.
Okay. Stop. So little baby, because little baby should have, I went that for day 50% of the live. I went off the, I'm telling you, 3 times. I was getting really tired. Because I'm saying, man, why you can't? Ray Charles know that he's speaking about Gunna, man. All the blind rappers, all the blind musicians and actors know who Lil Baby is speaking about. So I ain't need to go there. We don't need to go there. Lil Baby, man.
Let him talk, brother.
You need to get grown, my nigga. You need to turn a man and stop being your baby. Anyway, this is God Bless TV. Thank you for watching. Stay safe. Be positive there. Know who Lil about Gunna, man.
You didn't even let Baby say nothing.
Rappers, musicians, we don't need to go, Baby, man, my nigga.
Yeah, we this was kind of clickbait, man, because I ain't even hear what the fuck Lil Baby said about it. Too much motherfucking butter and fat on that thing, man. Give us the title shit in there, clear and legibly, right at the, But let me drop the link, man. Oh, Young Thug's sister. Young Thug's sister reacts. I want to check out a couple more. We're going to drop the link, though.
Bro, nothing that's going on is not helping my brother. So can y'all please stop that? Can y'all please stop? If y'all love Gunna, can y'all please stop saying that people's ready and people this and that? It's not making anybody better. It's not making nothing but good, bro. Nothing that's going on is not helping my brother. So can y'all please stop that? Can y'all please stop? If y'all love Gunna, then y'all give him support. What the fuck y'all over there doing? Y'all tripping. It be the internet.
If y'all love Gunna, y'all give him support. And y'all want to come lash it. Listen, when y'all family members go to lashing out at the internet, it makes y'all look even worse. This ain't a good look on the sister. Whenever your family going through a big case like this, you can't do nothing about the public reaction. You know what I'm saying? Your brother is a high profile celebrity in case. Come on, this is crazy. Folks gonna be online saying what they want to say. This is kind of like your way of getting clout for real. You can't stop that.
For me.
If you love Gunna, man, don't nobody give a fuck about. You gonna see how much folks, these fans love y'all loved ones when the media throw them under the bus. Yes, Bill Cosby thought he had fans. R. Kelly thought he had fans. Half of them gonna turn on you when the public turn on you, when the media turn on you. Y'all celebrity family members, quit with all this. If you love such and such, then do this and do that. If you love Jesus, honk 2 times. Like, if you love Gunna, do this, and man, ain't nobody got that much love for your loved ones that they ain't gonna motherfucking take these kind of situations and clout chase and throw the rat card, snitch card, because they didn't love 6ix9ine that much. Like, y'all, just stop, man.
And no, I haven't posted him because I was just told that nobody really supposed to have communications with each other right now. So I don't want to mess up his shit. So why would I just go and post it? You know, like y'all got all that shit though, bro. Like y'all destroy people's lives and careers. Can y'all please stop saying that people's ready and people this and that? Like it's not making.
All right.
Offered plea to 1 count of 100.
You can't actually find no videos of rappers reacting to this. People will have that in their title, but it be clickbait.
They got the other little.
Okay, Bobby Shmurda did. But his shit 10 minutes long of him ranting and...
Get this nigga. I'll that nigga the next week. I'll back his neck. I want to slap him in his face. That's niggas you slap him. Bow! Slap that nigga. Hit that nigga with some shit. Bow! That nigga with shit. That nigga in the back. Come. You talking about? Look at this nigga. Don't play my nigga slime like that. Don't play my nigga slime. Who cares? What is this, man? These niggas right here. Get off my life. This is a real nigga life. I don't want nothing but real niggas.
Okay, so Bobby clowning Gunna, but you know Bobby didn't snitch. He actually, you know, was solid or whatever. So I guess he's qualified. Boosie.
That's what they do. They get one person to plead guilty. Try to sink the whole clique. You got a main figure that then say, yeah, this a game. This a criminal enterprise. This a game. So whoever ain't saying it's a game, it look real bad on them. It's a stick out move.
Yeah, that is a cold, it's like a domino effect, man. Damn, bro.
He stuck Thug out.
But in this case, we do know that YSL was participating. Shit. It's the cat out the bag. Let's cut the shit. If this was a legitimate record label that was trying to build in the community and they weren't talking all the gangster shit, then I would say, yeah, they railroad them brothers, man. Like, you know, but can't really do that here. All right, man. Boosie just be nigga. When they be doing them lives, they be leaving a lot of blank space in they shit. Like, come on, bro, niggas.
So I'm getting a lot of hits in my DMs and people asking me to comment on this Gunna situation. And first and foremost, I would like to say that the only ends to the streets is death or jail. It's the only outcome. There's no other outcome.
Well, that's wrong. It used to be death or jail. Now it's death, jail, or you can snitch. You can snitch. So talking about that, the only end goal of a street life is death or in jail, man, we gotta quit saying that. Snitching is the third option now. The reason niggas used to say that because snitching wasn't an option back in the day. But now that snitching is on the table and it's an option now, that gives a third way out the game. And we gotta quit saying that because, hey, as long as that option's on the table, niggas gonna exercise it. And who's mad? Not me.
You're not gonna retire. You're not gonna get a pension. You're gonna die or go to jail. So if you thinking something else happens being in the streets, you have been misinformed, you have been miseducated, you have been led astray, you have been bamboozled. There's no outcome in the streets but death or jail.
Or ratting, or snitching. Come on, man, throw that one on the table. Gunna just proved that it's a third option now.
Once in a while, somebody slips to the cracks and this and that, but there's no real outcome.
Man, Gunna ain't slipped through the cracks. He just accept the plea.
There's nothing that comes from it. And this is a classic example. I don't know these brothers' situation. I cannot say anything about their lives and, you know, the accusations and, you know, that they're facing as a trial. But what I can say about this situation, you know, there's multiple ways to look at this. Gunna
tell, gotcha. Now that right there is a sound bite. Gunna, and you can fill in the blank right there.
Gunna
tell
could have came to a consensus with whoever. You know, all of the people who charge, you know, I don't know. Once again, I'm just giving you a scenario. If there's a understanding that, you know, because these things happen, Gunna might have communicated. His lawyers might have communicated with other lawyers and say, yo, what's the best thing we can do? And they may have come up with the strategy. Thug and everybody else might have said, Gunna got the best chance to go home. You know, let's get him in the streets because we need.
You know goddamn well them niggas didn't say that, even though I brought that up. I was the first one to bring that idea up. I wanna do me son be watching a nigga with that chin strap on.
Finances, we need shit to go on. We need people to make sure our families is taken care of. And he got a chance.
Nigga, if you really think about that, that ain't gonna happen because it's still a possibility soon as you get out because you took the plea, now your life in danger. Niggas can make shit move from behind bars, me son. It's been kingpins run entire operations from behind bars, me son. Quit listening to me son, and repeating what I said because sometimes I just think out loud, but after I think about the shit that I said, me son, I'll even retract it. Yeah, I know y'all heard me say that the other day. Young Thug probably told him to do it, but it don't take but a little bit of thinking to realize that'll never happen. They can run that shit from behind the bars, and you never want the snitch stamped on your forehead, because not only is your life in danger, your family life in danger. Everybody around you life in danger. Ain't nobody gonna do all that just so they can get out and keep shit moving when they can just keep it moving from behind the bars. So that man really just getting out for personal gain. Like that's just something he wanna do because he can't do the time. So yeah.
Chance to go home. We not in the same position he is. We don't have the same opportunities to go home. So we okay with you taking that, and we'll deal with that on the back end. That's the reality that could have come, you know. And then there's the reality, Because actually, what I will be honest about is his statement does make it clear that they've established this as a gang. So it's not good for anybody. You know, once you establish that there's a gang, it's not a good thing for them. That's not something that is a positive thing. But if they're willing to deal with that reality, if they come to consensus.
Yo, it's a lot of religious groups up north where me son at that should get RICO fucking charges. It's a lot of Hebrew Israelite groups, Moorish groups, and all that putting dope and shit on the street. And I'm just guessing and thinking out loud. I can be wrong. But I'm telling you that a lot of these religious groups move like gangs and probably participate in criminal activity. Probably, yeah. So I'm just saying, I ain't gonna, I'm gonna throw that on the table since we talking about cleaning up the community. Let's talk about a lot of these religious groups in the community that are pedophile rings. This is criminal organizations. Y'all don't want to clean them up? I got a problem with the church. That's a gang. Let's clean up all the gangs. Let's clean up all the groups of black men that's coming together to keep our people dumbed down while extracting the money up out of them. And that'll include the pastors and bishops and all these bullshit religious group gangs too. Let's do it all. We ain't gonna clean this house a little bit. We scrubbing everywhere. We gonna do a white glove challenge. Dizzle, talk to me, man, cause you unmuted your mic. Go
What's
ahead.
up, bro, Sanchez? How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. Welcome back, brother.
All right, now, hey, 100. Hey, look, church is one of the top forms of extortion. Church is one of the top forms of extortion. If you don't praise God, you better pay these tithes. If you're gonna come here and pray, you better praise God. And when you come in here, you're gonna pay them tithes. Or you lose your membership of the church, they down talk you, whatever, man. That's extortion, man.
Yeah.
It's extortion.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do at this time, salute. Salutes Truth Conspiracies, Alkaline City in the house. Salutes, brother. So what I'm gonna do, man?
What I wanted to
okay, yeah.
No. Yeah. What I wanted to highlight at you about, though, what you was talking about earlier, with the I think he was speaking on the dang, what was the topic he was talking about? It was a new topic that's going on right now. With Gunna. People should have seen it beforehand. You know what I mean? Gunna was sent to YSL to take them guys down. We already knew.
That's a theory. I can entertain that one myself.
He was sent in. That smile that he had on his face was like mission complete. You know what I'm saying? Mission successful. That's what it looked like to me, because gotta think about it, okay? YSL, like, I spent some time down in ATL too. I know a couple of them guys from Cleveland Ave, you know what I'm saying? Zone 3, you know what I mean? And everybody was like, well, Thug is the leader of the gang. Well, no, Thug reps something that's bigger than YSL, but the guy that runs his camp that he came from, y'all don't see him. And then you got YFN Lucci. He locked up.
Because Thug is in that rock raised on Cleveland. But see,
yeah, that rock. That's the rock. That's the rock crew. That's the rock crew.
But see, that whole shit. Of course, you know, here's my thing about black folks, man. Just like with Black Mafia family and all that.
Mm-hmm.
The thing be, the guy who, the artist and the breadwinner is too close to the crime element. So what you will see in other cultures, the dudes who funding the criminal element will be so far away from each other.
There you go, bro,
But
Sanchez. There you go.
but in black culture, the nigga who's the artist will be right here with the shooters, goons, dope dealer, brat. Yeah, I got the
And
goons.
see,
I'm doing this.
and that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. And that's what I was saying, because I believe, I could be mistaken, but at one point in time, the crew that Thug comes from was beefing with the crew that Gunna comes from, but they united. So who's to say? We already seen the interview that your boy did. Fuck all that Gunna stuff. Excuse my language. Sergio. We seen the interview with Sergio.
Mr. Kitchens.
Yeah, Mr. Kitchens. Mr. Sergio Kitchens, right? We seen the interview with him on Crime Stoppers. So Thug wasn't paying attention, or who knows? I don't know. Something isn't right here though. But that brother walked out with a smile on his face, happy. And I'm gonna tell you something else too. What I told when I was talking to my peoples earlier. Okay. Mr. Sergio Kitchens, I believe he was sent as an infiltrator for YSL and to, bring them down. He has the lightest charges. He's released now. But before him, it's a guy named Mr. Gotti. Okay. He was one of the first ones that got jammed up behind a body and weapons charges. They already were putting together a play to bring down Mr. Jeffrey Williams, which is Young Thug. You know what I mean? So it's more people that are going to surface as informants and giving information to the courts, so they could be released, and everything is going to fall on Thug, man. But it just hurts bad.
Yeah, it's gonna fall on him. Let's pass it around.
Yeah.
So you saying that history repeating itself like they did it back in Egypt, huh? With Sylvester and all them snitching ass motherfuckers.
I don't think we going back to Egypt, but salutes Lashad Thomas and Hanaga. I see your hand.
What's good, bro?
What's good? You got it? It's good.
Yeah,
bro.
I just want to say something real quick. I just want to talk about what snitching is, or I want to push the idea of what snitching is and what snitching ain't. You know what I'm saying? I believe snitching is if you join a gang, no matter how big or powerful, and then you reveal the secrets to that gang against the enemy, you a snitch. So I just want to put that out there as far as what a snitch is. You know what I'm saying? So
is Gunna one?
Huh?
Is Gunna a snitch?
I mean, to be honest with you, I pray for that brother, but I do believe that when he basically said they was a gang, he jive like, you know what I'm saying? He jive like snitch, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, my brother, Gunna is a known Crip, Shady Park Crip, man.
He didn't. How was that relevant to what he said? He just
because he said
he told, bruh, because when they asked him, listen, man, if we all dogging together, and we a music label though, you know what I'm saying? And the feds ask you if you a gang, and you say, yeah, we a gang, yes, ma'am. You already know what it is, you hear me?
And he's a documented gangster. Hey, bro, Sanchez, if you pull up the footage, Gunna reps Shady Park Crips, man. So he's a gangster. He's a part of the.
But here's what's going on. Shady Park Crips are not under investigation. They want to prove that YSL is a gang.
No, right. I understand, brother. I understand. I get what you're saying, but see, it doesn't matter because he affiliated himself with YSL, and he documented that YSL is a gang also. But like my brother just said, it don't matter what organization you become a part of. If you're known as a gangster, even if he did affiliate himself with somebody else, he took the role of telling under being.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you something. If you're a dude who ain't raised in the streets at all, You ain't got no street background or none of that. But you join a label like G Unit, right? And you go to talking all that I won't fold, 10 toes down gangster shit. You now covered under the same oath as the nigga who from Crip 60s, Hoover. We looking at you like a street dude now. See, if you could have got on that gangster label and you could have just rapped positive stuff. You could have been on that gangster label talking about some important political stuff or some conscious rap, but you chose to get on there and say, I never snitch, I never tell, I shoot a nigga. We gonna hold you to that.
Yep. And then look, hey, Sanchez, you want to know something?
Facts.
When Gunna first came out, he wasn't really on that type of stuff. He was making groovy music, man. He had some cool tunes, man. He wasn't really talking no gangster stuff and that slime stuff.
Where you from?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I'm from Cleveland.
See, I'm from the South, and I can tell you right now, Gunna came out on this on the bullshit. He came out on.
No, he didn't.
Hold on. Don't cut me off. You dealing with some music shit, bro. We dealing with street shit. I'm 1 hour and a half away from Atlanta. I know the areas that Gunna and all these niggas are from. And I know what type of dude you are trying to claim that I don't care what music you doing. You got goddamn R&B artists that's from Crip 60s neighborhood. You see what I'm saying? So hold on, bro. I ain't finna yell over niggas.
I used to live in Atlanta, man. Can
you stop, brother? Can you stop, brother? Just let me finish. You just told us everything we need to know. You listening to his early music, and if you think a music is a nigga lifestyle, you ain't learned that from this whole Gunna case. A dude, fuck what his music is. I'm telling you the element that surrounded him, Thugger, and all them niggas. I don't care that he was making groovy, feel-good party music. I know that. I'm telling you what them niggas was on, though. And that even when he was making that groovy music like that, if he would have snitched then, niggas would have been on his head. Because they was still had that street element surrounding them. There was never a time where Gunna, Thug, and all them niggas wasn't trying to bathe in that street motherfucking image. Even though they was making bro, stop, I'm almost done.
No, because
even though, right, that they was making some good music at a time that was groovy and wasn't necessarily street, I'm telling you what kind of niggas that they would tell you they was if you would have interviewed them at that time. They would have been still trying to hold dear to that street. Gunna's still trying to do it now. The prosecutor, like he just trying to protect his street. He's still trying to hold on to it. When he's supposed to be saying, no, I'm teaching young brothers gang, he already come like this is crazy. But yeah, that's all I'm saying, brother. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and look, Sanchez, if you peep what I said earlier, I get where you coming from. But if you listen to what I said earlier, that's how I know you probably ain't catch what I said. Gunna is documented before he even blew up, before he dropped the mixtapes. He on YouTube banging with a Crip flag on his head. So we know Gunna a part of the streets. We know that. That's what I was saying, bro. I'm not naive to this. I'm saying his music was good when he dropped, but it's no denial. Before he blew up, he got footage of him gang banging. You feel me? It's on YouTube, documented before he wearing big clothes and everything with the flag on. So
and you believe it? And you believe it?
In the gang. But is Gunna a snitch or is he a witness?
He's a fucking rat.
Cause if you ain't doing the crime, you just was around it. You just a witness. You not
man. He admitted to being a part of a gang, and he admitted to being a part of being caught in a crime and criminal activity. Man, that's enough said right there. It's 5. If you go back and listen to that video, it's 5 admissions. Well, from the clip that I seen, it's probably more than that. But it was 5 admissions of guilt. 5 admissions of guilt.
So I got a question for y'all. What can young brothers learn from this shit, man? From
don't join no gang.
It around.
Yeah, don't get in the streets, man. Stay out that street shit. Stay away from niggas and do your own thing. Be yourself.
And not only that, don't sign no goddamn deals with no majors, but they'll make you do some fucked up shit you don't want to do.
Well,
That's a fact.
that ain't something they're gonna learn from this.
I
I
think with
mean,
the
what they gonna learn from this is you say all of this no telling culture is bullshit. But I think they gonna ultimately learn. What little niggas gonna learn from this is when I make up my mind, I'm gonna join any group, not just a gang, a clique, any group of niggas that's about that life. If I go down with them, you need to be thinking that shit through at the moment. Like, am I gonna be the one to tell or not tell? Because if you say in your mind, I'm gonna be the one to tell, just don't get in that life.
Right. Steady yourself.
I don't know if you could tell about us. You can just go out here and start telling them, because I think snitching is a privilege, because everybody ain't got money to hide. Ain't got police don't do witness protection. So if you be out here, you just a regular dude snitching, you could easily get touched. So, you know what I mean? They got a way you got to go about that. You can't just be a snitch, even though the rappers snitch. Regular niggas can't do that.
Hey, and I also believe, I also believe that it's about the people that you accompany yourself by. Like guys like us.
You was on point with that. I was just gonna speak.
Look. It's about the people that you accompany yourself by, like guys like us. Let's say we was to build, because I like to draw and do logos. I ain't gonna lie. One point in time, I was a young nigga. I was in the streets. You know what I'm saying? But no, that's not where it's at. So we got Bro Sanchez with the platform. We got a couple brothers on here that do what they do. Now, if we was to come up with a crew, we ain't getting no goddamn RICO law, because everybody is doing something positive. We on some other type stuff. You can't go to jail for doing something positive. That's not a crime at all. If we doing something legit, we business owners, we got LLCs, we doing our thing. That's the type of, if you're gonna become a part of something, that's what you'll want to go to. Be with some colleagues.
Well, let me say this here though: if them colleagues get involved in any kind of legal shit, you better get the fuck out.
Ain't no if. I'm talking about if we all on one accord, we already made an agreement that we don't do none of that type of stuff. Those the guys that I feel like you should my young brothers should associate themselves with.
Better put this shit in writing then. Better put this shit in writing then.
Now I want to explain something to y'all. All around the world, you got something called tribalism. And what tribalism is it's a list of rites of passage to initiate a young man into manhood. So what you'll see like in the Amazon, it can be crazy stuff like putting your hand in an ant bed or jumping off a cliff or hunting, like in the South, when you kill your first hunt in the woods, you go hunting, you make your first kill. That's like you're initiating into manhood when you kill someone. Everybody got these little hidden initiations, spoken and unspoken. If you're not conscious of these initiations, someone to social engineer what it means to become a man in your culture. And in our case, being a man means being a G, being a real one, you know what I'm saying? And so that ain't really what manhood is now. That's kind of toxic masculinity for real. But the thing is this, right? It's natural for a man or a woman to go through phases of development. And what they do, right? In these phases of development, we go through a phase when we reach like our teenage area where we feel a sense of belonging. This is happening in the prefrontal cortex. Teenagers have the highest peer pressure, effectiveness, self-esteem issues. In these ages, we looking for our group. We looking for our tribe. This is the time of tribalism, development, initiation. We're learning how to be a man or be a woman. You're going through puberty. But what they do in America, right? right when the teenagers are looking for something to belong to, they give them this destructive music, the gang life, and all that. And this how they kind of co-opted our part of our development, where naturally we would be seeking our sense of connecting with others or unifying in our group, quote unquote. You know what I'm saying? I see the game that they doing. They making it. It's really suggestion game. You know what I'm saying? They giving the young folks options on what they can be involved with at a certain age when these guys are really seeking involvement. You know what I'm saying? So, it ain't a lot of options out there. When we say don't join a gang, that's easy to say. But when a teenager is going through puberty, they're looking for belongingness. They're looking for their team, their group. It's easy to say don't join a gang, but guess what? Why aren't there no groups out there that's on some, like Freemasonry supposed to been a group of black dudes that take brothers in when they coming up under the wing and help them initiate themselves through the rites of passage through manhood. But they ain't doing that. The church ain't doing that. The manosphere ain't doing that. So what I'm saying, there should have been groups in place out there to teach male development. And that's how you teach a young boy how to be a father at a young age, because he don't need to learn how to be a father after he done got a little chick pregnant. Now he learning as he go. We learning as we go. And that's why we failing. So we underdeveloped in these areas where we should be, you know, kind of, and this is on purpose. It's a social engineering agenda. But that's what I'm saying. We can't leave this in the government hand. There ought to be, instead of community outreach programs to prevent kids from joining gangs, how about make outreach programs to teach boys how to be men? And that right there would also prevent them from joining a gang. What we approaching this shit the wrong way. We ain't dealing with teenage development for real.
You just answered your own question, Sanchez. Because in all those entities you just named, are any of those entities grassroots, or they all funded by the goddamn government? Not fall back.
Because we say, why do a young boy join a gang? They say he don't got a father in the home. So he looking for that mold and that coaching, which proves what I'm saying right. But so that means we need better institutions. Because what do we got in place to rival the gangs and all that? That's going to give them a sense of brotherhood, belongingness, toughness. They going to slap bops, get them tough, show them how to use a gun. This was all part of male development, man skills and shit. Where the fathers at? They should be doing that. The Freemasons should be doing that. The church should be doing that.
Facts. But I think it's our turn though, man. Like we the grown-ups now. The old people, we the grown-ups that's really running shit now, the millennials. We running the world. So whatever we say we want to do, we just got to do it. You know what I mean? Like we can't really point the fingers no more. You gonna point the fingers at us now, you dig?
Yeah, and I want to elaborate on the components. You know, bro, Sanchez brought up a very 100 solid point. You know what I mean? Because it's about the acceptance. You know what I'm saying? When, you know, if you got the right mind state, growing up as a man, growing up from a kid and becoming a teenager, you know, we all want to be a part of something, whether it's the basketball team, baseball team, football team, you know what I'm saying, wrestling team, whatever. You know what I'm saying? We all want to be a part of something. We want a crew. We got our guys. We want a group of friends because nobody want to feel like an outcast. A lot of these guys be outcasted too. And then like a lot of these gangs nowadays, they'll accept the outcast because that's gonna be the goofy that we can tell to do anything. I've seen so many goofies join gangs. I'm talking about dudes that was getting picked on, getting their ass whooped. Excuse my language.
Hold on, let me say this. Instead of saying goofies join gangs, let's just say it's goofy to join a gang.
Let's say that. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go.
Hey,
But what
look.
I was saying was,
Yeah, go
this
ahead.
though, Sanchez.
You on point.
Yeah. That's what I was saying though. And that and I like that. I like that. But I'm saying though, because you had the people that people looked up to that was tough guys that they joined the set and then brought it to a neighborhood or something and then started something and then had people joining the crew, clique, gang, whatever. But then it became a point in time when they, like you said, it's goofy to join the gang. You had goofies join the gangs. Like, and I ain't knocking them guys.
And
See,
look, watch
them
this,
guys, that
Dizzle.
was them.
Let me cook with you a second. You know, when we in high school, middle school, teenage, these is what I call your coachable years. When we need to be mentored, this is when you enter the ages where you can join a football team, wrestling team, like you were saying. These are the ages of extracurricular activity. But an extension of that is the gang life and drug life, them extracurricular activities. At these ages, a nigga is saying, what am I gonna be involved with? And some of your niggas go down a football path, basketball path, gang path, hustling path. All of that start at these same ages. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. I became a hustler in high school. I was, you know what I'm saying? I became a hustler in high school. You know what I'm saying?
Let me land on right here. It start at them. So this proved that it's a certain age where we looking for an OG. We looking to be under the wing because what happens naturally, you're a little boy becoming a man. Nature makes that little boy go to grown men and ask them how to be a man. But what happens is our elders teach us how to be a crash dummy for them and take advantage of us. They don't show us the OGs and even the pastor, all them, when the young niggas going through that phase and want to learn how to be a man, they vulnerable now. And then they just prey on them and show them how to be a goon and a crash dummy for the OG that should have led them the right way. That's what's happening with
Let me tell you something, Sanchez. Let me tell you a story real quick. A good friend of mine, one of my best homies, right? You know what I'm saying? We still cool to this day. This brother was supposed to make it to the MLB, man. This nigga could pitch 99, 100 miles an hour. That nigga was throwing heat. His coach would not play him for some reason because he went to a school where it's, predominantly white though. But he from the hood though. But he ended up going to a school that was like predominantly white. And it was a white coach. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not knocking no race or nothing because I got friends in all races though. But anyways, this dude can pitch. He went to a summer league. He took me to a game with him and shit. We smoking weed and everything on the way to the game. This nigga had 15 straight strikeouts. You feel me? I said, man, you gonna make it. He ended up not pursuing that baseball career. Now he doing this thing with the comedy and shit. Now he doing.
He cut himself off. Now somebody put in the chat room, all gangs ain't bad. I think that's a good debate.
Yeah, that's a good debate because for real, the gangs were put in perspective to, when it first started to protect the community.
Yeah, we can't go back to then though. We gotta look at what the gangs is.
Man,
today.
let me be the first. Go ahead,
Let me
bro.
land real quick, bro. Let me land. He ended up becoming a hustler. My nigga he became a hustler because he gave it up. You know what I'm saying? And I still play catch with this nigga to this day. That nigga still throwing heat. Listen, what I'm saying is, when we got our talents and stuff, man, it's no need to join no gang. Be a part of, create your own organization. You're a positive one. And if you're gonna become a part of something, become a part of a team of colleagues that's doing something positive. That's how we can switch the game. Until then, because
but I'm gonna keep it real though.
Quick, bro.
You know,
And I'm
you
gonna
can
drop.
act
And
up
I'm gonna
your
drop.
man.
I'm gonna drop. I'm gonna drop.
Go ahead, man.
Look who our youngest got. We got Lil Durk talking about switches, and we got Glorilla talking about F nigga free. You feel me? Like, this is what they're putting out here. Like Bro Sanchez said, this is the this is the go-to, what people are going to right now. They our youngest. This is what they feeling now. This is what they growing up to. And ain't nothing real no more. And I'm gonna leave it at that.
Hey, let me listen. Hey, finish landing your plane, man. The other dude, finish landing your plane. You
Hey,
want
I was just gonna say you can still be an active young man in your community and shit, and you can still be corrupted. You know what I'm saying? On some real shit.
All right, so let me take off with that. The guy that said in the chat room, let me be the first to say that's a goddamn lie. Every game is bad. Now, when you take a group of people and make it for the good, it's not a game. Like that guy said, it's a damn organization by then. It's a difference between a game and an organization. And I land with that.
Flat out.
What's the difference between a gang and an organization? Let me ask. I'm very curious to know that.
Well, with an organization, you could come up. All of us on here right now in this chat, we can become an organization.
You could pay to get down.
Look, it don't matter.
You can't pay to get in no gang with an organization. You can pay to get down. It's simple.
So y'all ever heard of the Guardian Angels?
No. Wait, you guys, wait, real quick. I want to break it down for my brother. This, if I'm wrong, you know what I'm saying. This my take on it.
Let's pass it around or make sure everybody can get in.
Real quick, I just wanted to say, an organization, we collective minds, all of us. Bro Sanchez can say right now, man, we about to create this organization real quick amongst the brothers just to build. And collective minds coming together, whether we disagree or agree with each other on certain things, but we're gonna do it for the embetterment. We can all click up and say, man, we a part of this. I'm rocking with Bro Sanchez. You know what I'm saying? He the founder. That's an organization. We ain't banging. We ain't out here doing no killing or no corruption or none of that. We doing positivity. That's an organization, man. Collective mind.
All right. 305. Who was trying to get the mic? Let's pass it around. Make sure everybody get a chance to build on the matter. Salutes to the
Salutes, bro. Salutes.
Salutes, Ed.
I gotta tell my grandma that one because I grew up with her telling me, you keep running in the streets, you're gonna end up dead or in jail. I'm gonna tell her like shit. Motherfucker snitching now, basically. I gotta add that all to her, let her know about that. But salutes everybody. I just wanna say Gunna snitching. He just couldn't take it no more. He got tired of the food. He got tired of looking on walls. He got tired of not being able to do what he want to do when he want to do it. He just found a way out. Everybody's saying like, well, Thugger probably told him to do it. Nah, that's not how it works. I just want to throw that in there real quick. I just got in the crib, but salute to everybody.
And he definitely is snitch because gang when you in any gang activity, that's a charge, man. Like it's just simple as that. Let 3 of us walk down the street dressed in all red or some shit. 5 of us or some shit walking down the street and let that shit look crazy, man. The police gonna wrap your ass up so fast.
They're gonna say that's mob activity, man. That's a charge right there.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So when Gunna said, when the judge asked him that question, Gunna went against that shit. He admitted to goddamn crimes and shit. He told. Ain't no way around it.
Ain't no way around it.
Yeah, I think that might be the worst thing you could do too when you're in a case like this. When you be quiet, you put the burden on them to figure everything out. So you just need to wait it out. You know what I'm saying? Because if they can't get no evidence, you innocent till proven guilty. You know what I'm saying? Then you most likely gonna ride out.
He copped out like a motherfucker, bro. He could have fought that case a little while longer.
Was it a fair case? It's a fair case, right?
Yeah.
And listen,
they got a 99% conviction rate on fair cases, though. So let's be real.
Yeah. So Thugger going down hard. Now what? So watch this. Here's the thing: the whole no snitching shit, right? the cats who perpetuate that in the music game, like how you got all the rappers coming out clowning, everybody snitching. It's because a lot of these rappers got teams of goons out there that's killing shit for them. And if them niggas killing shit for them go to talking, then they gonna be the next Rico case.
Yep. And they give them something to rap about too.
I'm gonna pass that thing. I'm gonna pass it around. Smoke Signal, welcome. Randy, welcome. Who was it? Lord Byron, 305. What's good, y'all? What's good, everybody?
Salute, y'all. Appreciate it.
What's going on, Sanchez?
Yeah, salutes to everybody,
man. Salute. Hey, man, I thought y'all was finna get down with the ain't no bad gang shit.
Hey, bro.
I got my, I got my smoke
no, you know what? I was just gonna say that, you know what I'm saying, there was a gang in Chicago called the Guardian Angels that was supposed to be protectors, but I fell back because I'm big on words, so I just looked up the meaning of the gang, and it has a negative connotation, which I never thought it necessarily had a negative connotation, but they talking about it's an organization of criminals, so I'm not even finna really sit here and argue that with nobody, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, bro, can I ask you something though, bro? It's a gang right now. Hold up, bro. It's a gang in Haiti. It's a gang in Haiti led by a nigga named Barbecue.
Oh,
they say they own.
I got you. That's Zoe Gang. That's Zoe Gang. Go ahead.
All right, but look, they say they own like more than 50% of the oil in Haiti. So if the powers that be don't like you, they're gonna label you something negative. They're gonna try to put a negative connotation to what you're doing. I'm not saying everything a gang do is good, but everything a military do ain't good. You know what I'm talking about?
Let me explain something to you.
That's not a game. That's not a game.
Hold on. He comparing them like gangs because he's saying the military is an organized group of criminals. Now, waging war on a country ain't a crime, but if we want to look at it from a moral...
Why not, bro?
Hold on, I got you. It is a bad thing to do. If I come to your land and take some shit that ain't theirs because I'm powerful, that is a crime. But we know who the people in power defining what a crime is or not. But let me show you the difference between a military, right, and a gang. A gang is a local group exploiting the people in its local community. The little girls get pimped out, the aunties get strung out, all that, and they ain't got no love for the very environment.
So the military don't exploit
Hold on, brother. If you cut me off again, I gotta let you go. We're gonna have a back and forth. I'm getting there, brother. I'm getting there. So here's what I'm telling y'all. If a person wanna join Uncle Sam's military and help him go around the world exploiting other people's land, that's different than a person staying their black ass in their own hood selling crack to their auntie and shit. A soldier in the military ain't selling dope to their own people. But I will admit they overseas fighting a white man war that ain't got nothing to do with them, and it's just as evil because guess what? They willing to kill some people that they don't know for some other people that they don't know and don't give a fuck about them just so they can get out of the hood. Now their excuse is I'd rather join the military than do this to my own people. And so that's why I said a soldier in the military gets dignity from me because that's a little girl that's saying I want free college, I'm going for telecommunications. She don't know that her whole job of telecommunications is helping a white man colonize the world. She just trying to get her a good career. Just like the doctor that's giving you some poison in your veins, he think he doing you a good favor, but you know what I'm saying? So, but he's trying to make a living. That's different than a dude who know that he just cut that shit with fentanyl and finna sell it to his mama, auntie, and while he pimping your daughter out and exploiting his local community right there that what he living in and killing all of our. So when a soldier from the military come back home, they gonna see that the gangs and dope boys been terrorizing they grandmas, aunties, and they gonna realize they should have stayed home and fought the war against them niggas in their own community than trying to go over the seas and fight the white man war, cause we at war in our own hoods and shit. That's what I'm telling you. The difference is we need these soldiers worrying about the fight that we got here against fentanyl, against teen suicide, against niggas joining gangs. So I agree with you a little bit that joining the military is a way to just run away from the hood and then to say, well, I'm not hurting the hood, but I'm not helping it either. I'm just thinking about myself. So I'm trying to look at it both ways. I'm trying to be fair.
I hear
but go
you,
ahead.
bro.
That was some revolutionary shit he just said.
I hear that, but what I'm saying is this though: if we looking at the plane, the Earth plane as a community, then at the end of the day, if you based on the fake little map and all that, if you going over across the water and you serving them some bull crap, or you putting that military action in to bring in the drugs, to bring in the bad food, to bring in the porn, to bring in whatever.
That ain't what
Even
the
though
military
that's not
do.
your intent.
Yeah, that ain't what the military. That ain't what
that's
the
not your intent, brother.
Yeah, let me
That's
build with
you as
you.
a person that's joining the army. That's not your intent. But the
Yeah.
fact that you're being used to do that, that's some gang shit.
Let me build with you real quick, right? The military,
Yes,
that ain't their job to do that. Now, when we watch the movie American Gangster, I will admit that some niggas from the street will join the military for and have connects on some Frank Lucas shit. Now that's a big operation, but it ain't no jobs in the military that directly deal with supplying American citizens anything.
No, I'm talking about when a military person goes over to another country, you are basically paving the way for the elite to bring in their drugs, their porn.
That ain't how it work. How it work is this right here. Hold on, no, I got you. How it work is this right here. The government and social engineers manufacture drugs right here in the country, like the psychedelic era. Most of these drugs we use, bro, they was made for military soldiers. They was giving military soldiers heroin, cocaine, and when them niggas was getting out the military, they was already strung out. This what y'all don't know. Like you saying that the military bringing these drugs in, but when you really do the history, you'll realize the soldiers was the first addicts. The soldiers, they was experimenting with all these drugs on the soldiers. They was using cocaine to make them stay up at night and to make them not feel the gunshots like Tony Montana. Like a Scarface. Yeah, man. And so then later it became into public drugs and stuff.
Yeah,
hey, bro, all I want to say is one last thing, Mo, before I get off. I pray for all the soldiers across the world, man. Everybody, female, male, y'all brave. I pray for everybody. You know what I'm saying? One day we all gonna get the peace. You know what I'm saying? That's all I gotta say. Big respect. You hear me?
Hey, this is a good bill, Hanaga. Appreciate your company, man. This is an awesome show with all you brothers. I'm gonna pass it around.
But Sanchez is telling the truth on that, though. He's telling the truth on that. We all can relate to that because we all got people in our community that had folks that go to the military and they came out fucked up, more fucked than they did went in. So yeah, Sanchez is telling the truth on that. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, I just wanted to say that the same thing that the Gunna going through now, he was already on Crime Stoppers, and he was basically supporting his cousin who did the same thing, and this was years ago. You know what I'm saying? So his cousin was involved in like a murder or whatnot, and he was innocent, but he didn't tell. So his friend ended up staying out here, so they felt that was unfair. So basically, Gunna went on Crime Stoppers, and he did like a little segment where he was basically saying that his cousin was innocent, and that they should really just go and reinvestigate, and go after the dude who he basically told who the dude was on TV.
Yeah, so
are you saying that been in Gunna blood to do this, huh?
Yeah, he been snitched long time ago.
And they still let him in the gang. And they didn't
Yeah.
know that. You saying they didn't know that, and they still let him in the
Yeah,
gang?
but no,
Or
they
knew
knew
that
it.
and
They
let him
they
in?
knew it. Let me show
they
you
knew
the
that.
let me show you the difference between today's game and the game in the past. See, and y'all gonna realize that I ain't telling y'all nothing y'all don't know. In the past, you can rap your ass off. But if they got video footage of your ass snitching, you ain't getting you ain't getting no deal with that label. Not if it was like a Death Row or some reputable shit like with real gangsters.
Hell no.
You're not signing with them, bro. You would be the Fugazi rapper that they would sign like with Universal, one of them big white labels, and folks would be like, they got that snitch rapper, right? But you could be able to sign with the street boys, with the street guys and shit. But if they with that on your record, like the criteria to be part of certain labels was really you had to be on some street shit. Just like for you to join Gucci Man, right? And I ain't promoting violence. I'm just saying the niggas that Gucci Man signed, show me one of them that snitch. All them niggas is really. Hold up, bro.
Let me
You
tell
cut,
something real
but
quick.
damn it, bro. You can't keep doing that though, bro. Like, just let me finish, man. That ain't cool. So, but what I was saying though about Gucci Man, right? You don't see no snitches over there. All of them niggas over there is getting bodies and all that shit like that. Like Gucci Man got a real heavy screening process where he gonna sign your Pooh Shiesties, Fugiano. He looking at your street history and your paper. He checking up on that. I'm just saying, no matter how far you think you is, you ain't signing with Gucci Man with the video footage that like what Gucci would have never signed Gunna because of that video. But some folks will overlook shit like that and it'll cost them. This is why some of these labels don't do it, bro. They'll overlook all of your talent. You can be a super talented and you just won't be able to sign with Gucci Man because the video out with you snitching on it. Some labels will take the chance on you, and that's how you get these Tekashis and shit like that. I'm just saying, though.
Hey, let me say this here for Jefferson Sanchez, about Sanchez just saying that should give y'all a lesson right there for the future. All these upcoming rappers y'all see come up on the scene, think about what Sanchez said. Cause your ass won't get no contract with Rap A Lot or no Gucci Man like that if you got a track record, but you got a video that offset that whole goddamn track record. But I fall back.
But look, and this is what I want to say too. You know what I'm saying? Just go listen to 50 Cent Ghetto Quran. But I do got to say something about that Gucci Mane shit. Gucci Mane did an interview. I don't know if y'all remember who Mad Links was from BET. Gucci Mane did an interview, you know what I'm saying, with Mad Links. And he told the whole world that Jeezy tried to kill him. Now, is that snitching?
Nah, that ain't snitching.
It was a war.
Yeah, that ain't snitching. Snitching if you go to the police and do it. Now, guess what that is, though? That is what I would say.
Do y'all remember that?
That ain't street
It's a
like.
defensive move.
That ain't
That's
street.
dry
That ain't street like. I will say, but
dry snitching
but
when you do that.
Call it what it is. That's some
okay,
whole shit.
okay. Dry snitching is a good word. I like that.
So he snitched.
Nah,
I
man.
can't put like hold on. It is levels to it, but I'm just talking about comparing that to what Gunna did in that courtroom. We gotta set levels though. You know, so I like when a brother said dry snitching because now we getting these adjectives in front of the word snitch to separate the different levels of that shit, you know.
Just like
But
challenge.
snitching, look though, but like ain't snitching when you participate with some motherfuckers in some shit, and then you throw the same
Lloyd.
motherfuckers that
Lloyd,
you
you got it
participated
right.
with up under the bus.
That's why I said.
What snitching
That's
is.
why I
Yeah,
said.
definitely.
That's why I said it's levels to it because the shit that he pointed out, what Gucci Man did, is a form of what the brother said is dry snitching. So that's a whole nother level of snitching too.
And
I
I'm
can't say
saying
it's
that to
dry.
say this,
I
Sanchez,
can't say it's
look,
dry because he said he told these niggas on worldwide TV.
I got you, but
This
here's
man- hold on,
here's
wait,
why it's dry. Here's why it's
real quick,
dry.
bro.
Wet
he
snitch.
missing the point.
Look.
He
Here,
said that man.
I know where he said it at. I got the footage. I'm just finna throw this in real quick. If dry snitching, if you doing it indirectly on TV, then wet snitching would be you doing it directly in the courtroom and at the police, like what Gunna doing.
Right.
So that's what I'm
Wet
telling
snitching.
you, bro. Right. Right.
Still snitching if you ask me.
And right, it is. It's just like saying slow sets or fast sets. We gotta have level. Listen,
Hey,
listen.
in the case with
What I'm trying to break down is if we don't break down the levels to it, then we bullshitting. We ain't got no system of saying what because you can't say that what we call dry snitching is the same as a nigga going directly to the police. That's why I said we got words like dry snitching, then let's come with the wet snitching. Let's start breaking these different levels down of this shit, because if all of it is just the same, that don't make no sense. It is levels to that shit, bro.
See, this is why I don't like it being called dry snitching. And I could be wrong, because if a motherfucker try to kill you or something, whatever, and then the police ask you who it was, and you tell them who it was, that ain't snitching. Now, that might be some hoe shit, because you ain't take it the street route and go about it and get vengeance on your own. It definitely might be some hoe shit, but I don't think that's necessarily snitching. The nigga they didn't participate in shit together. The nigga just told the world, Jeezy tried to kill me.
In the case of Gucci Man, listen, in the case of Gucci Man, we all know Gucci Man killed the motherfucker. So you see what I'm saying? He already dealt with the shit. Now,
so this was after that incident?
Y'all missing the point.
That's some hoe ass shit. That's some super hoe shit.
You gotta miss the point.
Gucci Man was already he had already got prosecuted and all that. He beat the case. Like he had already. Then he went to campaign.
Right. But see, let's talk about this though, right? Because this is important. You said he told the whole world. That's my thing. You telling the world ain't gonna get me prosecuted, but you telling the police gonna get the ball rolling. So that's why I said got to be levels. Some niggas is trying to say, well, I don't want to tell the police because that's gonna get me the snitch card. But if I rap about it like such and such trying to kill me, you just snuck and kind of tried to let us know still though, alert somebody. So we gotta have the little levels to show you we on to that game too. So I'm just saying,
like, Sanchez, you see the point they missing is that Gucci Man was he was already like he got prosecuted and beat the shit. You see what I'm saying? Now I'm saying dry snitching because if he didn't get prosecuted for the shit, that could have led to an investigation. Flat out. You see what I'm saying? That's the point all I'm trying to make. But y'all get that shit. Let's get it.
Yeah, what I was gonna say was, he didn't get prosecuted. I mean, he didn't get prosecuted. Jeezy didn't go to court and none of that stuff. But
no, because that's what I'm saying. It was self-defense, man. You gonna beat that.
What I was about to say was,
do it together.
He had an option to not even speak on that. I would have left it alone. This nigga went on there and said, man, this man sent some people to kill me.
It definitely was some hoe shit. I mean, it was definitely some hoe shit.
Flat out.
I don't know.
Hold on. Slow down. I remember the context. Everybody knew Gucci and Jeezy was beefing. The streets knew, the industry knew that wasn't it was sort of like Young Thug and YFN Lucci beefing. But the thing is this right here, right? The question was who started it? And for you to say who started it, you gonna kind of be dry snitching. You really don't supposed to answer that. Just I ain't speaking on it. Like somebody said, just I don't want to speak on that, is what you supposed to say. But if you trying to say, well, he started it, he sent some people to, that's you kind of, that's when we say, okay, yeah, you dry snitching. Just
that's what I was saying, bro, Sanchez. That was me that said that. Like he could have just not answered that question. He should have left it alone. Like, well, because Mad Links asked him. The nigga named Mad Links used to be the interviewer for BET Rap City, bro. And he asked him, like, well, what's this thing with you and Jeezy? He could have been like, man, I ain't gonna answer that, dog. You know what I'm saying? That nigga said, man, you see what it is? The nigga said some niggas try to kill me, dog. That nigga said some niggas try to kill me, dog. So I did what I had to do. Then, man, come on, man. Come on now. Come on, man. Come on, man.
whack about shit like that. I'm sitting over here laughing hard as hell. That shit whacked in the motherfucker.
That shit whack as hell.
That don't make no sense though, man. Like when do we draw the line when a motherfucker just saying the shit for what it is? Instead of having
What it is, hey, Mr. Byron, what it is, man, if you're gonna handle your business, and your business is nobody else's business. You know what I mean? You don't have to say anything. You just tell people just don't do wrong.
But we talking about famous people who business have already been put out in front of everybody.
I know, but that don't give nobody the right to. That don't give nobody the right to exploit it. Nigga, leave that shit alone. Leave it where it's at.
My business.
I think y'all niggas need to set some standards right about this shit though.
Look, you guys.
Standards.
That's why I said he was defending himself, bro. Because if the nigga trying to kill him,
he defended himself
because he know that shit was gonna go to the court case. Because he did end up whacking dude for trying to steal his chain and shit.
I think that was corny. I think that was corny because he exploited it and wanted to let the world know that he beat that body. You know what I'm saying? He caught that body and beat that body. Didn't nobody, that could have been a mystery for people. Didn't know, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody know that Jeezy put a bounty on this So Icy chain. We already know all that. But if Gucci caught that body, he didn't, man, that nigga could have caught that bitch and stayed silent, man. Real killers move in silence, nigga, like lasagna.
Jeezy did not put no bounty on that.
That was an accident body. That was no real body.
They found the man in the playground.
Hey, man, a body is a body, A body is a body.
Nah, body's not a body.
Man, whatever, man. You think so? If you kill a nigga,
the chat saying that this conversation is kind of dead, but you know. Yeah, we should move this along for real. I would suggest we move it along to something that's beneficial to the youth, to let them know why what Gunna did is not why you want to be in this life. Let's stay on that.
And that's what I was saying, bro, Sanchez. And that's my point that I was making. I said, because if you catch what I said earlier, I said it's not about that. Certain circumstances happen. You might have to defend yourself, but you don't have to rap about it. And you don't have to put it out to the people. That should be a personal thing for you. Because for real, don't nobody want to go through that. Ain't nobody ready for that, man. So why put that out there? That's for the youth. Don't even get involved in things like that. That's what I'm saying. Don't mess with these setup chicks. Get you a good girl, because that's what happened with Gucci.
Well, yo, that's what they're rapping about. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're rapping about. So.
That's all it's about now. And we got to change that around. We got to do something about that. That's why I listen to instrumentals and shit. I don't even let my son, I took TikTok off my son's phone. I took all that bullshit. He got mad, but I said, listen, this is why you don't want to watch this type of stuff. He's like, you right, Dad. Because my son 9, he about to be 10 next year. And I said,
what you gonna tell your son snitching is though? That's what we trying to figure out. What's really snitching?
I'm going to tell him.
Not snitching.
I'm going to tell him to stay out of trouble. First of all, he's a child. We already know.
You can't tell your son what snitching is.
Wait. He already know about shadow telling, but I let him know I ain't never snitched a day in my life. Feel me?
Hey, hold on. Let me say something.
I will tell him.
Hey, 100 crypto. Are you gonna join or what? You seem like you want to be part of the bill. Hit the link, 100 crypto. Go ahead.
And what I was saying was, like, I told him, if anything wrong's happened, come to me and tell me. Or if something wrong goes on in school, you know what I'm saying? You let your teacher know or let your mom know. They're children. You know what I'm saying? As a grown man.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be, because you got to let somebody know. Somebody fucking with you, you come and tell me. Or you let somebody know that if I'm not around, you let them know. But once you're an adult, and if your ass want to choose to be in these motherfucking streets, once you're an adult, nigga, it's all on you. Like BG album, it's all on you.
Yeah, that's common sense in parenting. But Sanchez, I got to ask you a question. What is your take on all of this, and what is your solution to this Gunna thing right here, to the people?
Oh, I don't have a solution for it because it ain't my problem. It's his damn
And it's
problem.
done.
He need a solution. I don't need one. I'm not the nigga that's under
His
the
solution is to go
yeah.
hide.
So yeah, let me just say that real quick, right? That I don't need a solution. That nigga do. But also what I need though, what I need though is a good conversation from some intelligent, mature brothers like y'all that would deter the young brothers from even going down a route he went. And I don't want it to keep turning into sidebar arguments.
Hey,
like
bro,
that.
Sanchez.
You know what I'm saying? But that's what I was hoping to accomplish. But go ahead, Alkaline City.
What's good, my brother? What's going on? What it is?
I can't call it, brother. Welcome to the bill. What's on your mind?
Yeah, what you're saying, how do we deter it from what it was to, you know, not misguiding this youth, you know? And how do we do that is I can go into steps on why, you know, this situation happened to a person in a situation as gunners, right? If you go into like,
his name is Gunna.
Gunner, it don't matter. He's still a bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Gunner.
Let's call him the bitch. The bitch is a bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Don't do it. Don't do it. Go ahead. You got it though.
Yeah. So, real people know what I'm gonna. You know, people that real. You know, real people from the streets. They know what I'm talking about. And what I'm gonna say is like, if a person like, if you ever been locked up, especially in New York City. If you ever been to a place like Rikers Island, you know, when you first go into Rikers Island, there's something called the intake, or they call it OBCC, only bloods can kill, something like that. You know what I mean? Or only bloods kill Crips. It's called OBCC. That's the intake when you come in, right? When you first come in on this intake, right? You walk into like this room. It's a bench on one side and a bench on the other side. And when you walk in, you got 10, 15 people on one side of the bench, 10, 15 people on the other side of the bench. So these people are coming from different counties, different boroughs, from Brooklyn, from Bronx. They just all came from their, when you first get locked up, you go into something called the bookings. They call it central booking in New York City. This is before you get processed into the county, which Rikers Island is the county. So when people come from central booking, they could have came from the Tombs, they could have came, you know, from anywhere in Brooklyn or the Bronx or Manhattan. They could have came from all these different bookings, and then they go to Rikers Island. When they get on that bus, that bookings bus, and they get to Rikers Island, the first thing that when they all meet each other, all these different people from all these boroughs, they meet in the intake, okay? When they get to the intake, that's when you first get tested. That's when people are scheming this guy, oh, who this kid over there? Oh, blood. If you a blood, you signaling your other blood homie. If you a Crip, you throwing up your C's, you know what I'm saying? And then the Crips, they really, they don't get live in OBCC because that intake is like a blood intake. Most of the time when Crips go in there, they're not even throwing up C's or nothing. They're just keeping it cool because Bloods run the Rikers Island. You know what I'm saying? Most of the houses, like the main house, one of the main houses in Rikers Island that is gangster is the adolescent house. It's called the 4 building because the buildings go by the 6 building, the 4 building. Then you got the Beacon where all the killers and everybody that's stabbing each other up. But the adolescents is the 4 building. You know, that's called a C74. You either could go to 4 main or 4 upper. But what I'm getting at is these guys, they get tested when they first come in on the intake in OBCC. Before they even get to, once they leave out of OBCC, then they go into a lock-in, a 48-hour lock-in. They get the that shot for what you call it, tuberculosis. They get the TB shot, and they in a lock-in for 48 hours until the TB shot goes down because it gives them a bump on the arm. If they got TB, the bump doesn't go down.
Get to your point, my brother, please.
Yeah,
hold on. All right, so I get to the point. So what I'm saying is,
Alkaline been to jail about 5 times.
Listen, what I'm saying is, so when they get into Rikers Island, and y'all could just chill because y'all been on. I just got on. Y'all been on speaking for a minute, so just let me rock.
But that's
everywhere though,
hold on,
Alkaline. I agree with you, but that's
hold on,
like
hold on,
getting every
hold on. Let me
citizen
get to
for
my
a
point.
jail
I'm
process.
gonna just go
Go
straight
ahead,
to
bro.
the point real quick. So what I'm saying is, when these dudes they get into the 4 building, right now, or they go into the 6 building, or 1 up or 4 up or the Beacon. Now you go into your bunks. These are dormitories. Every dormitory is a little split knee wall, yay high, and there's one bunk on one side and another bunk on the other side. So the dude on the other side, that's your bunkie. Now, when you get in these buildings,
is you explaining jail right now?
no, I'm not explaining jail.
Like,
No, Bobby, I'm gonna give it to you right now.
Like,
Hold on, I'm gonna give it to you right now. Look,
Get
so
to the point, homeboy. Get to the
what I'm saying is, check it out.
You keep saying you're gonna get
Relax.
to the point, and then
All
you
right,
take 10 more
straight
minutes
point.
to get to the
Straight
point.
point. Yeah, I know y'all want to talk. I'm gonna give it to y'all.
Let him go, Alkaline famous.
We don't want
Listen.
to talk though. We just want to hear what you
straight
got to
point.
say.
Well, because bro said he want these youths to know. So I'm giving the youths how it is when you first walking in, and then when you get into
That's only in New York, nigga.
Hold on.
The world is not New York.
Listen,
nigga, the New York.
Hold up, y'all. Let him land, and then welcome, Bobby. I think Bobby wanted next. Let him go ahead and land.
Salute, Sanchez.
Salute.
Yeah. So he can say whatever he wants, because upstate, downstate, you know what I'm saying? It's all the same thing. You either in a dorm or you in the you outside, you with everybody else in the population. And the population is no different than the dorms. It's just a double stacked dorm, and you got your own private cell, or you got a bunkie in your cell. But what I'm saying is, when you get the beef in the intake, and then you get into the dorm, you might have beef with the person that you met in the intake, and when they get into the dorms, now they got their buddies, and now this is when everybody starts congregating. You know what I'm saying? And that's where things get crazy, because you go from the dorm, then you got to go down the mess hall to go to eat. You know what I'm saying?
Can
You got
I
to
ask you a quick question to help you?
Yeah.
I want to co-pilot your plane and help you land with you. You showing them the ends of the prison system. Can you show them? The chat wants you to go ahead and tie that into Gunna's situation and show them how that lead to you being a person, right? The concept of all is, I'm not gonna fold. Me and my brothers are
I'm gonna land
loyal,
right now, bro.
And they and ain't no loyal among thieves, and so that's a false reality that these young kids getting into in their lifestyle and shit. Yeah, go ahead.
Yep. This is the
do it in
landing.
like two sentences.
No, this is the landing, and it's gonna tie it in. So what I'm saying is, you got to go through all of these processes to get in here. Before you even get into jail, it's already conflict of interest. You know what I mean? And then when these dudes, they got to go to, at the nighttime, they got to take a bath. The bath is a separate stall. Dudes are setting you up. You got to go to have a lunch. Dudes are setting you up. What I'm saying is, this is not a regular lifestyle. This shit is a lifestyle for warriors and savages. Like, you really got to be into this to live this, and to do it on a 24-hour basis, 7 days a week. You know what I mean? And then you got to do months. You got dudes like Gunna, they offering them 54, 75 years in jail. They can't even take a week of going through this. They can't even getting from the intake into the cell. You know what I mean?
He was only gonna do 5 years,
you know
bro.
what I mean? So what I'm saying is, for the youth, this is not a good thing. You might not even be able to handle just getting from the intake into the dorms. And then once you get into the dorms and the population, it's already a wrap. So this is a 24-hour, you got to fend for your life all day, every day. When you first get in there, your first week, you're sleeping with one eye open and one eye closed. You understand? So what I'm saying is, dudes like Gunna, they can cop all that, I'm thug on the radio, and to my peoples on the street. But when I get into, really living this and seeing this savage lifestyle on a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week basis, they can't even last 2 months. Once they do 90 days and they talking about 50, 60 years, they giving up anything just to get out of there as soon as possible. But I digress.
Alkaline City, let me ask you a question. Do you believe Tupac did time up there?
Tupac did time where? Rikers Island?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, most definitely Tupac did time in Rikers Island.
I fall back.
Yeah. I say Tupac did time in Rikers Island. First of all, let's go into Tupac.
That ain't got nothing to do with the narrative, though.
No, it does. And I'll bring it. It does have to do with the narrative.
I don't even know why.
I got a question for you, Alkaline. So say you and your boy, y'all riding, and this nigga pull over and he kill somebody and then he ride and drop you off, what you gonna do? You gonna snitch or you gonna be silent?
Now hold on. Let me touch on what the other brother was saying, and I'll answer you too. So what the other brother was saying was right about Tupac, because Tupac's father was Huey Newton's partner, right? They started the Black Panthers in the Bronx. Tupac's father was the leader of the Black Panthers. That was his set. That's what he repped. Huey Newton met OG Bobby Johnson in a Freemason lodge. Okay, so this is where it all ties in, because y'all thinking all this gangs is banging and all of that. No, gangs came from the Freemasons, it came from the Illuminati, and it came from in jail. Okay, so when people were saying,
Are
even
you
in
saying the Black Panthers was Illuminati?
Yeah, that was Illuminati.
The Black Panther,
Huey Newton, the Black Panthers come out of the fraternity set, which still go back to Masonry. So he kind of correct about that.
Yeah, Huey Newton and Bobby Johnson, they met in a Freemason laboratory.
Why do you think that? Let me land this real quick with you, Alkaline. Why you think if you look up most like blood and Crip hand signals, they directly relate to like Kappas and Alphas? Look up the niggas who wear red in the fraternities and they symbol, and it's the same as the blood symbol. Look up the niggas that wear blue. This is the same as the Crip symbols. If you Kappa, Alpha, all them fraternities and shit is what Huey Newton and all that shit come from, which still is leads you to the Greek and Masonry. So I'm with you there. All them niggas was Asians, if you ask me. All them niggas.
And that's how the Gunna situation ties, because everybody following a blood and Crip, you following a fraternal order. Like Bobby is saying, these hand signals, all of this, you know what I'm saying? The devil's horns and all of that, all of these signals, that's all signals of the fraternal order. If you study Freemasonry, you would know that. You would know that every blood signal, hand signal, everything that they throw up, you would understand it. Like, oh yeah. But
yo, what's the Latin Kings
Alkaline,
one? What's the Latin Kings signal?
Alkaline City. The reason why I asked you that question is because of what Bobby said. It's what Bobby said. Huey P. Newton was a goddamn Sigma. And there are no records or no such kind that the same crooks was on Rikers Island roster. That's why I asked you that goddamn question. I fall back.
Yeah, and like I was saying, you're right, because Huey Newton and OG Bobby Johnson, now I'm gonna keep saying this, they met in a Freemason lodge. You know what I mean? They were Freemasons. They weren't gangsters. They weren't out busting guns. No, they was following a fraternal order. They was doing whatever their head Grand Wizard told them. The Grand Wizard said, you go over here and you do this, and they did that. You understand? They wasn't banging and killing and murdering.
Let me show y'all some. Now it's my turn to get the mic. I let everybody build. And I want to say to you, if you listening right now, hit the doggone like and share button, because now I'm finna go into the occult side of this shit and show y'all something that's gonna blow you away. Let's do the screen share.
You heard what I said though, bro, right?
Oh yeah, I heard you. Hell yeah.
Huey Newton and Bobby Johnson, they met at the Freemason Lodge.
Got you. I'm about to go into some now to piggyback on that.
Yeah, because that's your information. I got that from you years ago. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh. Hey, watch this real quick though, just to add to that. Now here is Young Thug right here at look, special congratulations going out from the brothers of Sons of Mount Zion Lodge number 7 on our newly made brothers Master Masons at Thug and Lil Duke. Well deserved, these two brothers, welcoming them to the craft all over the globe. So young Thug joined the Masons. He go to Plaques and shit. There is Young Thug in the back right there, of course. And just to bring it home, here's another one. So we already saw that he put the dress on, he took the oath, and what I want to show is they predate on their own. Like I said, you join this stuff, man, they predate on their own all the time too, man. I would say that a lot of what he going through got a lot to do with this affiliation too. This shit cutthroat, man. You know what I'm saying? So if an independent artist that's doing everything himself, he might not be that big. He getting a little money. It's a career. He ain't joining no brotherhood or nothing. You know, he fucking ain't trying to put a bunch of birds back on the street and be a Freemason and shit and part of the criminal. So this showing you the relationship between the criminal street shit, the gangs, the music shit, and the Freemasons. But I'm just showing you how, like, I would say this affiliation right here probably got something to do with it. And if you look at this, that says GAOTU. For those that don't know what that stands for, that means Grand Architect of the Universe, which is the Freemasonic deity.
And if you was a Mason, you should know exactly what that stands for, because that's what they say in their lodges.
Yeah.
Grand Architect of the Universe.
Yeah. Now I
So
don't know.
this nigga got indicted for a RICO on just some like TV show shit. That's what y'all telling me right now?
Ain't nobody doing that but telling you that the man was affiliated with the brotherhoods, brother. That's all we saying. And we are questioning if those affiliations have anything to do with what he going through now. That's all. That's all. Now somebody sent me these right here, right? And I don't know how real these images are, but I definitely wanted to just put them out there, man.
But bro, that's what happens when you become a Mason. You sell your soul. And selling your soul, it can go both ways. They either will off you and take your soul and really kill you, or they'll do something like they did to Suge and what they doing to Young Thug, and they'll put you like they did to Gucci. They put you away for years, and you might not even come back. And if you do come back, you might come back as a clone. But I digress.
You ain't lying. You ain't lying. You telling the truth about that.
That sounds like a bit of a stretch to me.
Man, Gucci ain't no clone, man. Stop it, man.
Sean, what sound like a bit of a stretch though? Go on, Sean.
I'm talking about coming back as a clone.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about clones for real. Them clones.
Hey, look, y'all. I can go a lot deeper than y'all, but I'm staying on surface. So let's go ahead, Sanchez. Go ahead with the next one.
Clone.
Alkaline ain't never answered that question though. He ran from now on.
Clone. Gonna do when clones come for you. When clones come for you. When clones come for you.
Clone Thugs in Harmony, you a fool, Dizzle. Clone.
Go ahead, Alkaline.
They gonna miss everybody.
What was that, brother?
They're gonna miss everybody.
Answer that question for me. I know you long-winded.
Wait,
let me see what you're gonna say.
Wait, what was the question? Hold on for a second. Go ahead, brother.
You and your partner riding in the car. You don't know what he about to go do. He pull over and kill somebody. Then go drop you off. And you know what I'm saying? You ain't know what happened. You ain't got nothing to do with it. What you gonna do? You gonna snitch or you not gonna snitch?
Nah.
That's snitching or not.
Look. Somebody is in the car with me. You know what I'm saying? My homie, my brother, my family member, whatever. And if they go out and they catch a body in front of me and they with me, you know what I'm saying? And I get dropped off, I don't know nothing. I ain't see nothing. I ain't hear nothing. I don't know nothing. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, is that right or is that wrong? That's what I'm trying to see. Like,
what is it?
For the youth? That's how you're supposed to handle that?
No, in reality, it all depends on the situation. Now, if I had a family member that just went out, and I'm gonna be honest, one of my homies, and they just went and started wilding and just killing women and babies out of nowhere. If it was an op or something like that, somebody that tried to kill them and bang at them, and I knew the situation is different. But if they went out and just started shooting and kill random people and babies, like I'm gonna beat their ass. I'm gonna try to lock them up and hold them, and I'm gonna get them locked up myself. Like, I'm gonna do that because you just murder innocent people, bystanders for no reason. Now, I'm a human being. Like, you know what I'm saying? I do have a sense of emotion and a sense of feeling. So
well, I know I'm saying like how you getting out of high school, how this a real like a youth, you know what I'm saying? You get out of high school and y'all wild and you getting in a car with another little young nigga who you think your boy.
I ain't gonna
he
say
gonna
nothing.
smash somebody.
I ain't
And
gonna say
y'all
nothing.
17, 18.
I chose to
say-
go in that car, bro. I chose to go in that car and wild out with him. You understand?
But y'all get caught. Y'all get caught and y'all go to jail. So what's gonna happen?
I'm not gonna say nothing. My word is I don't know anything until proven guilty. And if you know what, it happens that you know I get sentenced and I take the time for something that somebody else did. I ain't gonna worry about it because when I come home, they're gonna have to take care of me because I done did this for them. You understand?
That's
just
the
asked for a
movie.
ride home.
That's the movies.
You just asked for a
Alkaline.
ride home.
I'm
No,
never,
that's reality.
Hold on,
That's my
Alkaline.
reality.
No, that's
my
your reality. But I'm saying, in reality, 9 times out of 10, niggas is not taking somebody else's charge that they know they didn't do. Like especially today, if I'm 100% civilian, this the thing we gotta understand.
Not in my hood. Not in my hood. In my hood,
bro,
dudes is taking a charge.
Alkaline,
Let's get to the bottom.
Alkaline, listen to me, Alkaline. You said we keep on saying not in our hood, but the thing about it, you can't qualify that with nobody else but yourself. I ain't saying whether it go on in your hood or this hood or that hood. I'm saying that 9 times out of 10, niggas is not taking a charge for nobody. And you might feel like it's going like that in your hood, but you don't know everybody in your hood to confirm who's snitching or not. And if it even is snitching, hold on, brother. Hold on. Just because I'm living in the hood don't mean that I'm a fucking gangster. Like motherfucking regular people live in the hood. So we gotta stop with this nigga in the hood shit.
I didn't say everybody. I didn't say everybody.
Alkaline. I know you didn't say everybody. It's a small percentage of niggas in the hood that's on street shit. Everybody, the large percentage is just motherfuckers that's by chance is living there and just trying to make it out. So most of the people is on civilian time. Even if they going by street rules, most of the niggas in the hood is on civilian time. You can't tell a motherfucker that's on civilian time, oh, no, you got to follow street rules. You bullshitting me. I'm a civilian. Nigga, I'm walking down the street on my way to McDonald's. I get in the car with you and we get jammed up for some shit.
Now let me explain something to you.
Hold on, listen. I'm going to sit down. All I'm going to do is tell you like this, bro. I'm going to keep it 100. This me. If I was brought up purely as a civilian, straight A student, went to college and everything, and I hop in the car with you, and we get jammed up, and you talk about some bro, I'm gonna look you dead in your eyes and say, bro, don't make me snitch on you. You better take this shit. Please don't make me tell on you, bro.
Listen.
Please do not make me tell on you.
Listen. Listen.
I'm with you, Bobby.
Now, listen. First of all, you're absolutely right. The person whose gun it is, if you from the hood and you real, they're gonna automatically say that. They're gonna say to their boy, they're gonna be like, yo, don't worry about it. I got you. I'm gonna let him know it was mine. You're not gonna go down for this. That's one. That's one. That's one that's gonna happen. Period.
And how often do that happen, Alkaline?
But listen, that's one that happens all the time because I know I'm from in my hood, people get locked up. Listen, in my hood, people get locked up on a regular basis.
How long Alkaline, how long you been living in your hood?
My whole life, born and raised. Like,
and you ain't never left, right? Have you ever left that motherfucking moved around to other places?
Yes, I do. I don't.
So why you keep on? No, listen, brother. This ain't to discredit you, but I'm saying when the person keep on saying my hood, in my hood we do it, nigga. Your hood is less than 1% of the rest of the United States where everybody else lives. Let me explain something to you. Your hood is a small percentage of what the fuck is going on.
I don't even know. Listen,
say, dog.
Listen, I don't even gotta say my hood. I can say New York City, period. Because this is a New York thing.
No, you can't, because you ain't never lived in all the boroughs.
Yes, I did. I lived in every borough in New York. Fucking Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan, Staten Island, Queens. What the fuck is you talking about? You don't know shit about me. Did you fucking there? I lived all over New York City, bro. Listen, I'm known in New York, bro. I'm known.
Hey, let's do the one. Hold up, please. Let's do the.
I'm live as shit in New York City.
Hold on. No. See, I gotta get order, man. I gotta
Y'all
get
gonna
order.
get that man channel flag.
I gotta get order because what's going on now ain't really productive to the bill. And guess what, y'all? Like on Clubhouse, they scream out one mic. I'm gonna practice that shit over here. One mic, one mic. So guess what, y'all? Let me just go back and address my chat room real quick. Please, everybody mute up. Let me take a moment.
Hey, Sanchez, before you do that, I was gonna my bad. I was gonna ask what was your
knew I
cash app,
wouldn't.
because I promised I was gonna send you some money in your cash app, but I never knew
But
what was your cash app.
Takari, it's in the video description and on the stream. $ Bro Sanchez TV. Thank you in advance, brother. Yeah, order in the court 100 crypto, because when you introduce these street topics, we know how cats get. But check this
bro,
out,
there's
man.
no disrespect to Bobby. That's my dude.
Oh no,
But
y'all.
just,
That's why I just
no disrespect to you, Bobby.
Yeah.
You my dude, bro. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what's up.
Hey,
I appreciate you.
the 100
You
with
already
you,
know that.
Alkaline. You know,
already know.
we get turned up, but we still men. We could just keep it 100 with each other.
Yeah. Just so the people can know we're very proud of what we say.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
Right. Now hold on, but now I gotta do this. This is important. All right, guys, you tuned into the Saturday sit down. This the round table. You see, we get lit. Hit the like and share button right now. Today's foundational topic was about what we can learn from the Gunna situation, but plus more, right? Because what I've been finding out is a lot of people want to revisit the flat earth and globe earth debate. I'm opening the doors back up for that. I'm encouraging it. I did allow some new people on just now because I was looking for globalists. So let's see if that's them. Let me go to the next segment in my show, and we're going to skip around. This ain't the only topic we got for the night. So salutes to the panel, and let me see if there's anybody just joining who is a globe earther. You can go ahead and unmute your mic if you're ready. And we ain't got a debate. We can have a good, respectful discussion. However you want it to go. I just want to build with some globe earthers to make a couple of points just to see where we at right now at the end of 2022 with this thing. But yeah, let me fall back, y'all, and see where it go from there. That's all I wanted to do.
Bro, you know ain't no globe earthers coming up here tonight. They not coming up. They don't want that work, bro. How y'all doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good, real truth.
Hey, bro. If nobody comes up, can I pull up a screen share real quick? I got a subject for you too. Another one.
Yeah. Okay, I'll open up the screen share. Long as we ain't going down the medical route, because my channels is on. I'm on timeout right now, boy.
No medical route, but this is going to be an interesting route for everybody. Let me know if you can see my screen share. Is it up?
Yeah, we got you. It's up now.
All right. Check this out. Let me know if y'all can hear it too.
Mm-hmm. We can. No, actually, we can't. Might want to up a bit.
Chinese TikTok.
Can't hear it.
We can't hear it, bro.
No sound, bro.
Hold on. No sound?
Nope.
Hey, bro, let me send this to you so you could pull it up.
Well, turn it up on that TikTok video. Go to the volume knob down there at the bottom. You see the little, now turn that all the way up. Go back over and hover over that.
Oh, right there.
Turn that all the way up.
Okay, yeah. So just so you can know, this is about Rihanna's designer, one of her main fashion designers. He just did a collab with her and Puma, and this dude is a ill trafficker. You got to see this. Just, you know what I'm saying?
Just hit the refresh button up there in the top left.
The refresh button?
Yeah, that circle area.
I got it. Here we go. Let's bring it back.
You still can't hear it, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might.
You can't hear it?
No,
so, bro,
you could tell us what it's saying while it plays.
Send it to Bro Sanchez.
Yeah, let me send it to you right now, bro, so you could just pull this up. I'll send it to you real quick. So let me take off my screen share. But while I do that, you can go ahead.
Why don't you summarize the video while you're doing that?
That's what I was saying. Maybe we could just sum it up while he playing it, but you know.
Yeah,
Sanchez.
It's crazy. It's a lot to summarize, and they're gonna say I'm taking up all the time. So I'll let you guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna send it to you right now, bro. 2 seconds.
Hey, Sanchez.
Yeah.
You know who Martin Kinney is?
Yeah.
I was thinking like maybe you could do one day like a review on his model of the flat earth, how he's showing in real time how it's a globe and flat at the same time, you know, with the Van Halen belts going, I forget what you call them, Van Allen belts going around them and causing the dome effects, and how each and every extra space or landmass has their own sun and moon and whatnot, you know, that type of thing and whatnot. What you think about that?
Yeah, I had already reviewed the model in question, right? But the thing is, the confusion with Martin Kinney was that he was calling it his model, right? And that's when me and him kind of we had our little fallout. It wasn't that major though. Salutes to Martin Kinney, but this is the model you talking about right here. It's called it's called a flat Earth ring map. He took this and he made it into a physical little model or diagram that you can take apart and all that, which was genius. It's so dope.
Hey, bro, you got the movie. I send you the clip.
Got you. But yeah, this the model right here, man, and this is real deep too, because when you talk about the vortex energy, in order for you to make a tornado, you got to have a counterclockwise wind and a clockwise wind. So this is a ripple effect, a series of continuum of tornadoes that's all staggered to each other. So you'll see in the middle, you got the arrows, right? And they going, clockwise. Then behind that, counterclockwise. Then behind that, clockwise again, just to keep that 6-9 vortex energy all the way out. Just a continuum of fucking tornado or torus fields, as you call it. But yeah, if you want to go into this, we can go into it. I'm a mute up and see where y'all go from there with it.
That's like a combination lock too. That's like a combination lock too, bro, Sanchez, if that makes sense.
Hey, salutes, bro. Hey, I wanted to ask you, man, did you think that a tornado would be like a spark from a flame, like from the torus field, a tornado from the torus field, as if a spark from a flame? And salutes to everybody. Much love and respect.
Well, I don't know how to relate the two. You're going to have to go a little deeper for me. Salutes to you, Key Norfolk.
The way that tornadoes occur, do you think that it just, we know it'd be an accumulation of, certain temperatures and the atmosphere will cause the tornado to gather, but I was just kind of like correlating it with a spark from a flame, because we had the natural torus field energy and then we have tornadoes. So I was just asking if you had any relations to the two.
No, you said it backwards, bro. You mean a flame from a spark.
I get what he's saying. But look, think about it like this too. I don't know if this is thinking out the box or I'm being stupid, but it could be like a portal opening and closing, and I don't know.
That's something
I think tornadoes are portals, bro.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So what we gotta realize is this, y'all. We got to look at what I'm showing on the screen, and then we gotta look at this right here. What the tornadoes, right? They are the different torus fields going. You see the small circles in the middle, and this is a ripple effect in the sky right here. So when you look at this right here, this is the same thing. What I wanted to point out though was what I wanted to point out was this is what we call in the firmament dome, or the walls around us in our little circle. This is why we can't make it out, because if you was stuck in the middle of a tornado and you gotta walk out. If you was in the middle of this little tornado right here and this thing was surrounding you, and how the hell are you gonna walk out of that thing without getting shredded up? This is why they can't make it out of the firmament dome. And this is also why you see Buddha tied up in the snake, right? Let me show you this real quick. When you see these Buddhas wrapped up in the snake and stuff like this is just showing that they know that us humans in our world, we are inside of a Taurus field. That we inside, and if you think of the word world, that's what it is, like WHIRL, a whirlwind.
Oh, so essentially, check it out. So the tornadoes could actually be caused by, those winds going around each other, and then as it could hit, those winds could hit that's going in opposite directions. That creates a spindle. I mean, just trying to think outside the box.
Yo, real quick, bro, Sanchez.
Yo, I can prove the earth is round.
Hold on, wait. I want to ask bro Sanchez
okay,
something real quick.
let's let the globe earth prove is round. We got some smoke finally, but if he
because I wanted to ask you, would you compare that
quick
to
question? Okay, yeah, gotcha.
Yeah. Would the way you described that was real deep, because you know how if you drop some water and or if you throw something in the pond or something like that, and it creates that that ripple effect, that wave effect. So would you say would you compare that to, like, that's how the world, like that's what that is right there? Is it some type of effect, a force that's sending a wave?
Like, this is the same thing they give them. Let me show y'all some.
Like if you got a glass of water and you set it by a booming speaker or something like that.
Yeah, of course, it's a ripple effect. It's a ripple effect. Now, check this out, right? I'm going to show you, just to answer you, though, how a lot of globalists, right, would be very hypocritical, right? Now, watch this, right? This whole ripple effect, right? If you look at it, they calling it the solar system. It's the same shit, but if you look at their model, it don't make no sense, because you need a medium to cause this ripple effect, like water, like we just said, right? So the water would be the medium, and then when the rock land in the water, when some disturb the waters, we can get the effect, the ripple effect, right? But without the medium, you just have watch this, right? Watch this where it get crazy. Without the medium called water, you don't get a ripple effect. Guess what you get? You get a rock falling in a bottomless pit, which is where space was, which is where space is. If it never land on nothing, how it's gonna make a fucking ripple? So how do you get this system, y'all? See what I just did? That probably went over y'all head, though.
No, I got you, bro. I got you. Wow.
It's a drip. It's a drip in the internet. It's a drip.
It's a drip.
Forgery.
That's why I asked you that, bro, Sanchez, because it's the drip.
The drip, the rip, the trip, all of that. Go watch the ripple effect. I know you watched the ripple effect. Yeah, so check this out, brother. When we say we're dying, we say we rip. And that's the root word of ripple effect. So what it is we're jumping through these rings, and that's how you get the MGM lion. And that's how you get, like I was showing, the Buddha wrapped up in the snake. They just call that the MGM lion today. We're jumping through the rings of fire because these are the ethereal flames of plasma, like the aurora borealis. But you can't hop through them. You can't just walk through these walls until you access like these teleportation ability. You know how they said a ghost can walk through a wall? This is spiritual knowledge of how we really get to the other side by being out of the body. We can now cross over, as they call it, pass over to the next realm. Because the reason we can't go to this next realm in this body is because there's already a body for you over there, and you got to cross your consciousness over from this body to that body, like when we dream. These are parallel universes. So that's we just on a constant journey of entering and exiting these parallel universes. It's only now that we've called it life and death and become alienated to what we are as infinite beings making these journeys.
That's amazing, man. That's amazing.
And Bro Sanchez, also the ripple effects are also are the passing of electromagnetic energy as it starts to conduit and stretch out, you know, into the atmosphere. So it's like you pulling a shopping cart, right? You make one pull, right? And you're going backwards, right? And then you take another step back and then you pull the cart again. So each time you stop and pull, that's a wave. You stop and pull, that's another wave. So that's what electromagnetic frequency and motion is. Every motion goes out in a phase. A first phase is the first pull. The second phase is the second pull. The third phase is the third pull. And then you start to get, you know, your ripples going outer and outer and outer and building and building and building. But it's electromagnetic frequency is just a force in motion. But I digress.
And also just to keep building on this, I want to show y'all what happens, right? When we have, like, these are them setting off atom bombs, right? Now watch this. Look at the shape of this. Hold on a second. Who we got, man? Who we got? Let me mute everybody. Hold on a second, right? Look at what happens when we set off an atom bomb. Look at what shape it make. See this shape right here? It's the same thing I'm giving y'all right here, man. This is how energy organizes and dissipates. Look at this atom bomb going off. Look at this. Look at what they giving you for. Let me show you what Atlantis is. Watch this. Y'all gonna have to let me cook a minute if y'all want me to give you this download real quick.
I'm still waiting to tell you the Earth round.
Right, I ain't forgot about you. But look at all this Atlantis symbolism though. Look at how it's the same symbolism I'm giving you right here. You see how they plagiarizing the truth? Now look. What we looking at right here is what our universe is. That's why they calling it the Big Bang. Now, guess what we looking at? All of these little circles down here that's making Earths down here. Like, look, just look at this circle way down here. These are heavy gases than what's up here. What's happening is it's gonna make a series of circles all the way up Jacob's ladder to and the gases with the lightest. That's the lightest are gonna make their planes at the top, right? They gonna set just like we see right here. And the heavy one's gonna make just like that. So when, like I was saying on Sonetta channel though, what I wanted to get deep with was this shit. Because when you pull up the Nordic tree of life right here, it's a reason it looked like that. And that's what I was saying about this whole Big Bang shit, man. If y'all really wanted to go deep with it. But before we go all deep, because look, let me show you something real quick. This is a mushroom cloud. This the tree of life, just like this, right? But if you cut a tree open, right, you get something called tree rings, which is Saturn, the ripple effect. And the ring in the middle, that's where the man dropped the seed at, like dropping a rock in the water and making a ripple effect. When you drop that seed in the ground, this hole in the middle right here, that's right there is where the original man dropped the seed at the beginning of the tree. That would be like the Big Bang point of origin and shit. But check this out. When you cut the tree open, just like this tree right here, right? The 9 worlds, just like this explosion, all of the circles are stacked on each other, some wider than other ones. So when you cut it open and look at it from a top-down view, you get this image, which is why we talking about the tree rings. Each ring represent a point in time, like time traveling, all the way back to the ring in the middle, which is where time started at for that tree, Each tree is its own time, like every human. So what I'm saying is each one of us is a ripple effect here on our own time, and all of us perceive time different. Hour ain't the same to every human on earth, right? We
tell the new people about the onion, Sanchez. Tell the new people about the onion.
This the same thing as the onion, and why we call it an onion, because of this pattern goes on and on and on. If you look at the word onion, it's on and on. That's how you spell it. But the thing is, if you look at I want y'all to pay attention to something. Look at what I'm showing you right here. You notice two things. You notice the ripple effect coming out from the center, and you notice the cracks that would be your magnetic ley lines on the AE map. Everything is there. You got to open your eyes. Watch this. Everything, nothing random is what I'm telling you. Even them cracks supposed to be there. Now look at here. If you look at this AE map, you got the circles, right, coming from the middle, just like this, all the circles. Then you got these lines going out too, that's cutting through the circles. Now look at the tree ring, them the cracks right there. And look where the cracks start at, in the middle, y'all. You see where all the cracks start? They all coming from that middle where the seed was at, just like this AE map. Study a tree, you study the earth. Look at that. All them cracks coming out from the middle, and then you got your circles. So this is what we're inside of, man. This is what we're inside of. And this is what couldn't wait to get into this bill. So we're inside of this tree, this tower, this trunk, this Babylonian tower, right? And the only way out is through the fruit of the tree, which would be Adam and Eve biting from one of these worlds and partaking in time travel and Stargate, looping themselves around the tree. In other words, when you see this serpent tying around a tree, it's hopping through each of these worlds until where it's tying itself around that tree, and that's the life recycling through the whole system, which is you and me, the sine wave. Let me show you what this is, that serpent is. This is us. Let me show you something. The serpent that's weaving itself all the way through that tree like that, that's every single human that's partaking in this whole system that we see here. And guess what? That collectively, it makes one giant serpent, like what they do in Asia. They all come together to make one big serpent of energy where they move. And when you see in Asia in them dances, that's what this serpent represents. It represents the traffic going up and down Jacob's ladder, people going up, people coming down. So what you will see in a lot of cultures is a double-headed serpent, with one of the serpent heads pointed up, one of the serpent heads pointing down. That's just another way of writing a yin-yang. A fish going up, a fish going down, a double. Like when you going down the highway, it's cars going the opposite way. That serpent represent the sine wave of traffic going up and down, making that DNA strand that we see right here. And you can pull up that double-headed serpent as well. And yeah, y'all can interject. But, you know, here it is.
Hey,
right
Sanchez, you got that thing?
Duality. Go ahead.
Hey, bro, when you get a chance, if you could pull up that video.
All right.
Hey, bro, Sanchez, that's also proof that we live in a duality, right?
Yeah, I yield the flow. You guys got it.
What I'm gonna say is that Sanchez just explained the deep version of the tornado. If anybody want to ask further questions, go to NASA. Not fall back.
I got a question about
you
that.
sending them to NASA. Nah, go ahead, brother, with your question.
That's a kind of conflict with each other, because if the theory of relativity says you
we
really
don't
can't,
deal with theories of relativity.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah, we deal with facts, man, not theories.
But quantum physics, that's kind of what deals with the multiple parallel universes. And
Nah. That ain't what deals with the parallel universes is astral travel and ancient spirituality. Quantum physics deal with what's called the quantum universe. And let me tell you something about quantum physics. It doesn't work on a microscopic level. They need a whole, they call that nanoscience now. Things contradict quantum physics on a micro level. You know why? Because the science that they use to govern the macroscopic world is bullshit. So when they try to make it work on a microscopic world, it don't work in micro because it don't work in macro. The universal science works in both of them. That's why we say as above, so below. That's why I can show you the macro version of the universe right here, then show you a micro version of this same concept right here, what they call in a Big Bang. My knowledge is observation, which is what methodology and scientific methodology is all about. Theories is a bunch of bullshit. And so I'm giving you comparisons and observations you can't deny of this macro concept that the ancestors said, mimicking the micro concept, which is what true science was supposed to be about. If you have a claim about what the universe is in macro and you calling it the Big Bang and you saying all energy would dissipate this way in macrocosm, then in science you will have to prove that in microcosm, and this is exactly what they did. This, in Operation Fishbowl, when they was testing all them bombs and stuff, they was really trying to see how energy dissipate. And if they can reduplicate these ancient models by launching them, by blowing up them bombs and making it resemble this earth, that was the secrets of the Big Bang knowledge, the mushroom cloud. And they realized by making the same revelations I'm making that we're inside of a dome, and that our atmosphere is the gases that's dissipating from the center. And guess what? Those gases are constantly expanding from the center like a ripple effect, which makes them get thinner and thinner, which means humanity got to get light. We got to start becoming hollow. And if you look at technology, that's what they doing. You either gonna do it with science or you're gonna do it with spirituality, but we're in an expanding universe because all of the energy is expanding away from the explosion point. So if you look at the way a Big Bang, how energy dissipates, and this is a view above the clouds. I just want to point that out. A lot of folks may think that we looking at the ground. No, this is an airplane high above the clouds, showing you the top of the dome. There are several more layers going all the way down to the ground on Earth. So the dome that we in, think about how big it is. This is a big explosion to us, but our Earth is so many times big. And listen, the bigger your explosion, the more it slows time down. If you ever been in an area when they letting off these bombs, everything gets slow motion. Even if you trying to run, you running and slow. Time distorts when they setting these things off. Meaning that the stronger your explosion is, the more you can slow down time. And the Big Bang, basically, our universe is an explosion that's so big, it's time frozen. It's moving so damn slow that it's just frozen. If you look at our universe in macrocosm, like here, it's an explosion just like this one. But like I said, the bigger your explosion, the longer it's going to take all that shit to dissipate and settle. So let's just say that the universe we in is such a big explosion that it's going to take it for infinity to settle, which is why it'll never settle, because if it'll take it for infinity, infinity never will come. Hey guys, when I mute you, stay muted for me. It's because you have background static. But yeah, I made my point there.
Well, do you believe that they found that they did nuclear fission, where they took two atoms and put them together to create more energy than they used to make, and saying they're gonna have basically inexhaustible energy, which kind of is the same technology that the sun is using to burn forever, which kind of how does that
right. Yeah. So that can only work with flat Earth understanding. All right, that's only gonna be possible with flat Earth, and that's why I always bring up thermal fusion reactors to show you that they could not make that without a thorough understanding of the flat Earth cosmology that we live in. Now here is the flat Earth right here. Let's look at it. Here go the flat earth model right here. You see this right here, brother? This flat earth right here. Now check this out. Here is the thermal fusion reactor. You can see the two. See, all of what they making is based upon the secrets of what we are and what the earth is, micro, macro. Let's pull up another torus field. Let's show you this again. Let's show you this with you now. You are a thermal fusion reactor. Now look at this right here, guys. Now look at this. One and the same. One and the same. So this ain't based on globe earth. This ain't based on globe earth, right? This is based upon ancient cosmology, which is flat earth and globe universe. The universe is round, the earth is flat. You know what I'm saying? So, but look, let me do this, brother. If you got any other questions, I want to go ahead and embarrass Rob so we can get him the hell up out of here to show the folks the mind of a globe earther. And why they lack critical thinking real quick. I've been making them wait a while, and we don't want globe earthers waiting when we called them out for smoke. So let's go ahead and get him on in.
Let's roll, Sanchez. First of all, I'm from the streets, you know what I'm saying? I know about the streets.
Brother, cut with the shenanigans, man. Come on now. You said you was going to prove the globe.
Listen, anyways, I can prove this. There's an experiment that's been around since 200 BC. It's the easiest experiment ever to prove this.
Now, let me ask you a question. Did you do the experiment?
Yes.
Show us you doing it.
Anybody can do it.
Show us you. Show us you doing it.
Because there's no daylight. But can I finish what I was going to say?
Go ahead. What's the experiment?
So anyways, you get two people. You put them a distance apart, maybe a couple 100 miles apart. You give them the same size stick. You put the stick in the ground during the day in a field. You have the people measure at the same time the shadow length. On a flat earth, the shadow length will be the same. On a globe earth, they will be different. End of story. It's an experiment.
That makes no sense.
That makes no sense at all.
That's bullshit.
And let me share something with y'all, right? Let me share something with y'all, right? And I want to mute up because I'm the one going to debate him on this, right? Let me show y'all something. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this, right? So what Rob is referring to, right, is a experiment that was done by Eratosthenes. Now, he don't know the dude name as he would have told you, right? Now, I want you to answer a question. When was this experiment done, Rob?
Like 200 BC or something.
Yeah, it happened in 240 BC, where Eratosthenes said that he measured the earth with the two sticks. Now, I want to show...
That's not what he said.
Well, he didn't say that. He actually just did it. He didn't have to say it. He did it. So, but I ain't gonna play those games with you. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get. Hey, be quiet. I'm talking, brother. I'm talking. Now I'm letting you talk. You're gonna behave your damn self today. Now watch this. Now watch this, right? Watch this. I'm gonna show you something about Eratosthenes. I'm gonna show you something about Eratosthenes. See, here is Eratosthenes' conception of the universe. I'm about to give it to you real quick. See, because what Rob ain't telling you is that Eratosthenes believed in a globe earth, but here's the part that he ain't telling you. Watch this. You use an Eratosthenes experiment, and ain't nothing wrong with that, but you got to It's an
experiment. It's for everybody.
Right. Ain't nothing wrong. That's why I said ain't nothing wrong with it. So let me talk and be quiet, brother. Don't do that. So look, so he used Eratosthenes' experiment, but he didn't use the model that Eratosthenes was proving. This is what Eratosthenes was trying to prove. Do y'all see this? Eratosthenes was trying to prove that he lived on a round earth in the middle of the universe, which is why he was using the shadow from the sun revolving around a round Earth still. It was still a geocentric model, meaning Earth at the middle. He was just trying to prove Earth was a ball with the shadows. Not that it was not in the middle of the universe, though. So a lot of people will use Eratosthenes' experiment. I see a lot of globalists do that. But Eratosthenes were not only trying to prove that the Earth was a globe, his whole experiment was to prove that it was in the middle of the universe, too. That part.
Okay, but that has nothing to do with the experiment. The experiment proves that the Earth is a globe.
But guess what, though, brother? Why it have something to do with the experiment is this, you dummy. Let me show you why. That's why you don't want
this experiment, Rob.
Hey, man, let me holler at the man, y'all. Let me holler at him.
I did the experiment with my cousin.
I'm about to boot Rob and everybody else talking to him. Don't do that to me. Don't cut me off in the middle of the debate to ask my opponent something I already asked him already. Right? So let me show you something, Rob. You're using Eratosthenes' theory to prove that the sun is in the middle of the solar system. So you can't use a theory that he said will prove that the sun is not in the middle of the solar system. Just because it proves that the Earth is a ball Earth, brother. You can't do that because now you need a new experiment. You can't use this one. This one is based on the Earth. Hey, if you do that again, I'm gonna have to boot you. That's why I don't like to do this with you, Rob. It's something about that gap in your mouth that you don't understand debate decorum. I don't know if you think it's because you white or whatever, bro. But you got to let me talk. Then when you talk, it's your turn, and we go like that, brother. You got to learn to keep this thing right here shut. Look, everybody. Let me show this. This the man that keep interrupting me. Torah mouth can't keep his mouth shut when I'm talking. Now,
every time you lose.
Right, brother. No. The man that's cutting the person off the most is the loser crying and whining, acting with the woman behavior. Relax, brother. You don't got to keep cutting in like a woman with your coochie wet and your panties in a bunch. Relax, man. I'm almost done. It's a debate. Damn it, bro. Now watch what I'm telling you, silly guy. You're making an argument that was used that the Earth was made to prove that the Earth was round and that the sun was not in the middle of the solar system. If you're trying to prove that this Earth is round and the sun is in the middle, you need a different experiment now. You can't use that same experiment, brother, once we change the position of the sun and the Earth on that now. Because the shadows and shit would behave totally different now. This experiment was based upon if the sun was the experiment was based upon if the sun was in the middle, not if the Earth was in the middle. The shadows would not behave the same. They would not be in the same position if the sun was going around the Earth and the Earth was in the middle as if they would in this model. If you think the shadows would be exactly the same, it's because that gap in your mouth, man. It's got to be the gap. The Gap Band. What's your favorite Gap song, y'all? I had to let that Negro off. Cause if I'm telling these brothers to shut up when a nigga talking, and he gonna shut his big gap snaggletooth mouth ass up. Disrespectful ass.
So you gotta get up early in the morning.
Yeah. I bet you his
finding me another love.
I bet you his toothbrush falls right in that gap when he try to brush. He got to brush his shit in halves. He got to do the left side brush, then the right side brush, and skip over the middle passage. Unless he going to build a bridge for his toothbrush. Because I know that he can just stick the whole brush right in the gap. You know how we all got to brush our tongue, right, y'all? You know, so some of us, when we brush our tongue, right, we do like this. Rob can keep his mouth shut and just right in the gap, and he can brush his tongue through the gap, just stick that shit, and that gap will act like a little holding device. to hold a toothbrush to get like he can keep his shit closed.
Hey yo,
and get
bro,
up and
I got
tongue.
I got an experiment too.
That's the only nigga I know that can brush his tongue with his mouth shut. Damn.
Look, bro, I got a simple experiment, right? Look, I got a snow globe, right? And then I got a little car, right? So the car can ride on the top of on the top of the snow globe, the car can stay. On the side of the snow globe, the car can't, it just falls right off. If I put it on the bottom, it's gonna fall off. If I put it on any side, it's gonna fall off, but it will only stay on the top. So if the earth was flat, that would mean that we could only drive on the North Pole then, right? Am I correct? I mean, if the earth was round, we could only drive. We wouldn't be able to drive on it.
Well, they're gonna say gravity keeping it held up, and gravity changing your perspective on what's up and down too. Cause when the truck is upside, put your truck upside down up under there, Alkaline. Let's see how that'll look upside down. So gravity keeping the truck stuck upside down, but gravity will also have to change the person's perspective in the truck who was driving on the top of the globe to make them now have a new top, which is the bottom. They would have to have an inner pole shift to now, you see, once they cross that equator line to where they down and up has flipped. But that part ain't accounted for with gravity. That's the only thing.
Yeah. Now also too, right, bro? With this too, like you're saying, right? So that would mean the South would be down, right? The East and the West would be sideways, right? And the North would be up, right? So then how would people in the South pray, right? If the South is down, right, and the North is up, right? It says, no, hold on for a second. It says when you pray, right, you pray with your hands up to the heavens. So that means that the people in the South would have to pray with their hands down because the up to the heavens would be the North, right? And they would be over here. So their hands facing down would be up. So they wouldn't be able to. So if you're in the South, you wouldn't be able to pray like this. That would mean you would be praying down.
But
so
everybody pray down anyway. And that's because they don't want us looking up, knowing the truth anyway. That's facts. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking about with the hands like reverse.
I got you.
Like
yeah.
This would be up in the South on a globe.
We get exactly where you're going. We get where you're going with that. It was a little simple experiment, but sometimes simple is key, man. Simple is key. Rob, we're gonna try this again, man. I want to be fair and give you the flow. You want to make your rebuttal? Go ahead. I ain't gonna cut you off, and I'm not gonna cut you off. Yeah.
I just want to say real quick on this point that the people in the Southern Hemisphere are not upside down any more than we are upside down to them. There is no upside down. You guys are thinking like children. There's no upside down on a globe.
There's no upside down on a globe, okay? Cool. No. Let him get it. Just let him get it. Ain't no upside down on a globe, y'all. Just let him have that. Let him have that. That gives him a way that he don't gotta deal with our argument. He can just say, well, there is no upside down on a globe, even though we know. So it's impossible for a person to be upside down on a globe, huh?
In the sense that you're speaking, yes.
Because of gravity, right?
Yeah. Well, they're not, like I said, the people that are walking in South America right now, in say Chile, are not any more upside down.
We heard that. We heard that. Now we're trying to go inside of the claim. Now to go inside of it, we need to understand something, Rob. If
you can go back to Eric.
Okay. I wanna we use observatory science, man. Like what I don't like is you act like motherfuckers didn't go to school. Like we didn't learn about Aristotle, Galileo, like flat earthers are some motherfuckers that just popped out of nowhere who didn't go to school and shit, who don't got career. You don't gotta re-educate us on what Plato and all them taught. We looked at what they taught and said that shit bullshit, and that's what made us become flat earthers. Repeating what they saying ain't gonna change our mind. Don't you globalists know that? You got to prove what they saying, not fucking repeat it. So when we dealing with no, brother, if you ain't done the experiment, then you ain't proving what they saying. You're just saying it. Now, if you say well, then you proved it then to yourself that you on a globe by using a 2-stick experiment that was proving a geocentric Earth. That makes you a damn dummy, Rob, and I ain't gonna keep talking about that with you, bro. If you did an experiment that was created in 2,000 years ago to prove the model that we in today, you're a fucking retard. The model is so, let me show y'all what I'm saying, right? Watch this shit. Well, let me show you why this nigga's a big bozo. Watch this, right? Got time for that shit. Watch this, y'all. This is the solar system today. Let's show you this shit. This is what they teaching today. Now, guess what, y'all? They weren't even teaching this shit when I was young, nigga. Let me show you what we had. When I was young, we had a stationary sun at the middle of the motherfucking solar system. And everything just went around the sun. In fact, let me show y'all the different models, because they got them now. They got them. They got the old people. This is why they update the textbooks. It's just old dummies like Rob don't know how to update with his fucking science, man. Look at here. This is the old model. Most of you niggas on the panel that's my age, this is where we learned. This is what we learned.
In the classroom, we had a stationary sun with the
right
going around, just like the globe in our classroom.
This is what we learned. Now look, this is what the kids learning today. Now watch this. Now guess what though? During Eratosthen's time, this is what they was teaching. Now people, would I use the science that they was using to prove this model? To prove this model? Would I use an experiment that was tailored to prove this model, guys? To prove this model? Yes or no?
Nope.
Hell no. Hell no.
You literally wouldn't be able to
even get that shit together.
Hey, bro, and what's crazy about the new model is the Earth on the new model is spinning 1,000 miles an hour. And not only that, it's spinning 100,000 miles an hour around the sun. So while it's spinning 1,000 miles an hour in its axis, it's spinning 100,000 miles an hour around the sun on the new model. So that's 110,000.
That was in the old model too, though, I believe.
No, but the new model, the old model, it was just spinning around in its axis 1,000 miles an hour. Now in the new model,
it's spinning going around the sun too. I learned that growing up.
Oh, but it's going around the sun in the new model 100,000 miles an hour.
Yeah, I learned that growing up, bro.
So you're talking about a total. You're talking about a total of 110,000 miles an hour that it's spinning, but yet the trees they don't ruffle, the wind doesn't move, the ocean stays flat. Our cells, we stay flat wherever we're at, but we're spinning 110,000 miles an hour. You know what I'm saying?
They gonna say the manosphere. They're gonna say the magnetic sphere. That's what they're gonna say.
I get it. They can say what they want to say, but nobody outside of these NASA scientists can prove any of this shit, you know what I'm saying, through observation. The thing that keep on getting missed is that NASA has priced you out of the scientific method. You don't have the instruments and the tools and the finite skills that they claim you need, laser beams and all this shit in order to measure what the actual Earth is. So it's kind of like a working futility to argue against somebody who believes in NASA because it's a belief at this point. It's nothing that can be proven. You believe that these people did these experiments, which I can't argue with it. I just don't believe that any of these experiments can be done. And on an observational level, all of the experiments that NASA have done on a purely one-on-one layman's term observation have been proven wrong. It's no test to prove that the Earth is spinning that you can do. It's no test to prove that we going around the sun. There's no test to prove that the stars is this and that. It's nothing. All that
Let
shit
me show you
that we on a stationary plane.
Let me show y'all some. Eratosthenes was a mathematician, but the mathematician of his time were giving out these long drawn equations, right? Talking about math is the language of God. When people, they got an equation for diamond planets. They got an equation for super Earths. Just because a person can make an equation for something don't mean that thing is a reality. They have an equation. You can make a hypothesis or a theory, and somebody can create an equation to support said theory. That don't make it a fact because an equation supports the theory. Anything can make sense mathematically, but go try that shit in reality. You'll see that the math don't make sense with the outside world. That's why that's why everybody that's talking about physics, they don't even use physics at a nano level, at a microscopic level. So my thing is this right here, y'all. Let me show you what Eratosthenes was doing. They was tricking people. He was a deceiver, not a mathematician. Let me show you what he was doing. These guys know we on a flat earth with the sun and moon above our head. Now, let me just share some with y'all real quick before I get into how I'm going to show you the deception of Eratosthenes. Watch this. If I'm on a flat earth, let's take a CD disc, right? And the sun and moon is up here shining down on this CD disc. And I put a stick up in the ground. As the sun go to these different points on a clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock, my shadow on my stick gonna act just like a clock hand. And it's gonna be pointed different ways of the day. This how people would tell time back in the day. Where the shadow pointed, because it's like a bezel on a watch. Now that's because the ground we walking on. So yeah, but let me take dude off. Like I said, matter of fact, let me just block dude. We ain't gonna let him back on either, man. But check this out, right? What Eratosthenes was trying to do was prove that just because the shadow changes positions, that proves we're on a globe Earth. What it doesn't prove globe Earth, it proves flat Earth. Because let me show you what Eratosthenes' model looked like real quick, his experiment. So now we about to make sense out of it. Here's what he was doing. He was saying that as the sun revolves around the earth, the shadows on the earth where the stick at will change as the sun rotate around the earth. Not as the earth rotate around the sun. Y'all see Eratosthenes' model here? See, Eratosthenes was saying the earth is a ball and the sun is going around the earth, and I can prove that the sun is going around the earth because look at the shadow changing positions. And the trick to that is it don't matter. That don't prove that the earth is a ball. It doesn't. It just proves that the sun is local and it's in a circuit above us. You get what I'm saying? So this would prove flat earth like a sundial. They would say, so what they could prove, right, is that the sun and moon orbited the earth. That's what they can prove. But they took what they can prove to support what they can't prove, and scientists do that a lot today. And so what Eratosthenes said was, look at the shadow moving. See, we on a globe Earth. They do that today where they'll take some that ain't got nothing to do with the globe, and because it's true, they will say, see, like a person to say, well, why is this pen dropping? Like Neil deGrasse Tyson dropping the microphone. See, that microphone drop mean gravity is real. They'll show you a truth to support a theory or a lie, and they'll expound on a natural phenomena with the bullshit. So this is what Eratosthenes was doing. He was saying, look at the shadow moving. Now that literally proves that we're on a flat earth and it's a well-designed timepiece. But he took the truth to support a lie. Because the people said, well, the sun is orbiting the earth. He right about that. So Eratosthenes was saying, look, I'm going to prove that the sun orbit the earth and that the earth is a ball. in the middle of the universe. Now, he proved that the sun orbit the earth, but he never proved it was a ball. They just gonna take everything once he proved one thing. Science been doing that forever. Like, they can do a lot with DNA, but they can't tell you who your ancestors was where your ancestors was with DNA. They can't say you from out of Africa with DNA. But since they can say, well, this is you who was in that room, they can put you at a location, right? Then what we do know what they can do with DNA, they will use that to make other claims what they can't do though with it.
I got a question. If you don't mind.
Yeah, I'm done. Salutes, yeah.
In the NASA model, because I don't believe in NASA model, but in the NASA model, how do they explain away the stars being in the same position and appearing the same for thousands of years if the sun is moving and traveling through the universe and we are too?
They explain it away by saying they're not in the same position. They have moved, but it's so small, right, that it's hard to notice. Just like they say with everything, it's either so big or so small that your senses can't detect it. Like the globe is so big, that's why you can't detect the curvature, right? Like the star, it's happened like evolution, right? It's happening so slow over time. That's why we can't see it with its app. That's be the excuse for everything. It's either so slow, so fast, so big, or so small. When your senses was literally made to detect those dimensions, what's big, what's small.
Right, our senses was made for that.
Right.
That's so asinine that people believe that. I mean, your body is literally a scientific tool. That's why the word conscience is spelled CON plus science, because your body is your scientific tool that you use here to work together with your mind to experience this reality. I just don't understand how people just can't. They don't put that the word con means to work together, to work with.
Let me show you some. The average nigga who think they smart, when you go up in their little house and shit, you'll see they got a bookshelf full of fucking books they can show you they done read, right? Now watch this, right? Here's the difference between that and real knowledge. All of them books is no different than the Bible. Now somebody can say, but you can learn how to fix your car in a book. You can learn how to make a birdhouse with a book. You can learn how to make a knife or a gun with a book. But guess what a book can't teach you? How to free your own mind and become one with nature. The only way you can learn how to be what you was designed to be, which is a natural being, is by going outside and partaking in nature. Now, all of these dudes with all of these books and shit thinking they smart, them the ones out there terraforming the world, fucking up everything outside. If you drop them off in the jungle, they wouldn't know what the fuck to do. All of their book sense is only relevant in the technological world. That's why the dude in the jungle don't own a bookshelf. He don't own one book. He got a spear in his hand, a bone in his nose, and his people will still be living on this earth when all of these cities go extinct. The only thing gonna be left is the Sentinelese tribe, cockroaches, rats, and goddamn, I'm telling you, nigga, all of these folks gonna be good no matter what happened. As technological worlds come and go, these tribes in the jungle that's frozen in time is watching us on the horizon destroy ourselves, generation out the next. They looking at the smoke on the horizon line saying, there go another reset. That's why we don't, and they don't want our technological world and they natural sanctuaries that they preserving. Everything outside of the technological world, they call it a natural preserve. Don't you know, nigga, you supposed to be living on a natural preserve that they preserving for the animals? When we go to the natural preserves, it's beautiful as hell. It looked like a piece of the Garden of Eden, frozen in time. We preserving this piece of nature. And outside of that is pollution, sewage system, violence, subway goddamn crimes, and all that shit. You live in a technological world, and they preserving little bitty pieces of nature, right? You see what I'm saying? But check how deep this is, right? these little patches of nature that they preserving, if every city, technological city on Earth blew up and was destroyed, these little natural wildlife areas would expand out like a cancer, and the natural world will reclaim over the technological world every time like a fire spreading. Guess what's happening though, guys? We live outside of nature, and they preserving nature in little pockets where we can ride around in and say, ooh, we in a natural wildlife preserve. Look at this. Look at how clean the water is in area. You look at your natural world like being in a museum. And then you go back to your damn city and your technological world. Ain't that a fucking shame? Now, let me show you something, guys. This is the world created by the book smart niggas, right? Because to make your book, you had to chop down how many trees, my nigga? If you were smart, you would have known not to do that. Why chop down a goddamn... Now, you need the trees to breathe. Nature didn't make no goddamn books. It ain't nothing written in a book that you need to just go outside and thrive and live and connect with nature. And to say that you need a book to do that and a rat and a cockroach don't mean that you ain't smart with them books. You handicapped, and all them books is crutches that you gotta carry around to tell you how to fucking be a human. When a fish don't need to read one book to be a fish. A bear don't need to read one book to be a bear. Don't show me a nigga with a bunch of books telling me he's smart. Show me a man thriving in nature and I'll show you the wise man. Because the books created a world that we can't sustain. And if you take them niggas back to the real world, nothing they learned in a book will apply in that jungle, son. And unless something in that book, and guess what's crazy? If I was to drop you off in a random jungle, far in an island somewhere, you'll be like, a seed book can help me. But guess what though? The people in that jungle, they ain't got no book. They just living in that land, and they can tell you more about the seeds in that land than that book you reading. Because the person who wrote that book, they went all around the world and learned about all the seeds in every continent by doing what? Interviewing the tribes on that land. Let me drop a bomb. You think they smart. All they did was went around the world and asked the damn sensei about his plants and recorded and came back here after the book. You think they know everything about seeds in the world. They learned everything the same way you could have. But see, the thing is this. That secondhand knowledge that you recorded in the book versus the man that's living on that land, he didn't read that knowledge out of a book. He got up every day and was interacting with that environment. That's something we don't do. So you give a nigga a bunch of books and they never interact with the jungle or the environment. When I was young, I remember, man, I used to love books. I liked the smell of the pages with a brand new book. Going to the book grabs when you in elementary and just new books and they artwork and just the smell of it, like, man. And that's because trees, we supposed to be learning in the jungle among the trees, and we smelling that fresh paper, and you flipping through that paper, guess what? You looking at the beautiful colors that you would see in the jungle, the pretty green trees, but you look it in a book. It's some tribal dude out there that's waking up every day. What you looking at in that book, that's his life, man. So the same way that we say about the rap music, bro, you reading it in a book, but I'm living that. You the same way when it come to understanding your world. You all reading it in a book, you ain't living that shit. And it's a difference. So that's why I'm talking about man reconnecting with the natural world versus science and all. Like, the education system is corrupt. We know that. The education system ain't there to create bright young minds to lead the world into heaven. It's there to create the next capitalists, the next corporate tycoons, to raise taxes, the next people to look for the best control mechanisms to control everybody. It ain't there to make the next beautiful humans on earth, to create a utopia. So then why do we still consider it? when nothing about the education systems have produced the world that we want to see outside, or manifested the kind of human that we would want to see in our children. But yet we still believe in all this shit.
Hey, bro Sanchez, can you see my screen share real quick?
Yeah, brother, go ahead about the gravitron.
Yeah, no, I just want to show people, you know what I'm saying, the gravitron, you know, and
reshare it and go ahead, bro. Got it.
You said reshare it?
Reshare it. Go ahead.
All right, hold on for 1 second. Is it up? Let me reshare it right now. Okay. So
the way he's saying it to you, the way he's saying it to you, it sounds like it's bullshit. But go ahead.
No, it's not. It's not bullshit. You know what I'm saying, well, I'm showing people the gravitron, right? This machine is supposed to show you what gravity is, you know. And when you go in this machine, it's a machine on G-force. When it starts spinning this machine, you're stuck to the wall. The air pressure is caving in your chest.
Right.
You could barely even breathe. You know what I'm saying? And this is supposed to be a recreation of how the earth is spinning, you know, at the 1,000 miles per hour. But this, when you get in here, it shows you that what would really happen if the earth was spinning at 1,000 miles per hour. We would be stuck to the walls. Our chest would be caved in through the oxygen pressure that's caving in our chest, through this high density magnetism that's just thrusting at our chest. You know what I mean? At a high force. This would cave in our chest. We wouldn't breathe. Our lungs would explode. It would collapse if we were really experiencing 1,000 mile per hour G-force gravitational pull, you know, that is keeping us, you know, suppressed to this earth and down, you know, onto this ground. But that's not true. We're able to walk about. There's nothing pressurizing our lungs, our chest, and we're moving freely. So we're not spinning 1,000 miles an hour. And if you think I'm lying, go in this machine and you will experience what 1,000 mile per hour spin will do to your body. I digress.
Yeah, check this out. They don't even know that the movement also is debunked by aerodynamics, because we know simply that the faster an object moves, the more wind speed it produces. So we talking about an earth that's like billions and trillions of kilograms that's moving at 551,000 miles an hour throughout space. Do you know how much pressure that is? Look, like, check this out. If you turn on a fan to level 3, all that stuff in your room will be blowing everywhere. Your hair and everything will be blowing out of control. That's just a small fan. Imagine a big ass ball of water moving at 551,000 miles an hour throughout space. Come on now, a hurricane moving at 60 miles an hour would pretty much destroy a city, but a big ass earth that's moving at 1,000 miles an hour couldn't. That don't even make no sense, but that's all I wanted to say.
Hey man, listen. Alkaline, the point that you made, I want to build on that. You was bringing up centrifugal force. That's something to think about. What he's saying is like what's going on in the gravitron. I've been in it before. You can barely lift your head up in that thing. You got this centrifugal force pushing down on your chest, on your whole body equally. On every part of your body, hands, everything equally, right? And what's crazy about it is if the faster that thing go, it'll kill us, man. Because you will push so far back in that seat, all of your organs will start getting smushed and shit. Now, you see what I'm saying, guys? Can y'all picture this? So imagine that gravitron going so fast that all of your blood now is gonna be pushed back to one area and you'll die, man. You see what you ever swung your hand real hard and you can feel the blood moving and it's kind of hurt a little sting or something like that, or where you can, I don't know if y'all ever experienced that, but yeah, like the way that our organs function, it proves that the earth can't be weighing us down and a gravitron effect can't be taking place, because with that much pressure that it would take the whole, not only every human down to the earth with this spinning motion with centrifugal force, but hold all the ocean water onto the earth and all that. With that much pressure, your organs wouldn't even be able to function. Now, what the people who believe in gravity would say, they will now give gravity selectivity capabilities to where they'll say, okay, gravity ain't pulling on everybody the same. But when everybody inside of that gravitron is pulling on, centrifugal force ain't selective, bro. It's gonna pull on everybody the same. So why ain't gravity doing that? That's their way out to say, okay, that's why that bird can fly around inside of this thing. Think about it. If they using this to say, okay, this how we being held to the earth, and by the way, they putting you on the inside of it when they should have you on the outside of it, but that's neither here nor there. Let's take this, right? If you put a bird inside of this motherfucker, guess what, y'all? If the bird is strapped down to any of the shit that's spinning like you is, it wouldn't be able to just fly up off of that seat. Just like you can't unstrap yourself from that seat and just walk the fuck away, right? The bird, it wouldn't be able to fly away either. Let's talk about how they're explaining the gravitron. Because in reality, the bird can do what it want. The bubble can do what it want. The fly can do what it want. And this gravitron effect ain't creating enough centrifugal force to keep them held back on the earth. Like, think of a bucket full of water. Think of the bucket got a little water in it, 25%. You swinging the bucket like this. The water will never fall out the bucket because it's being pushed to the back. So in the gravitron, you being pushed to the back of your chair, centrifugal force. And because of that, you're like the water in the bucket. You can't rise from the back of the bucket to the top. So you got to explain now why the doggone bird can rise, why the bubble can rise, why the butterfly can rise. And that's when they give gravity something that no other force got. The ability of selectivity. Gravity now start acting like a human. Gravity starts saying, you know what? I'm going to leave this nigga glued to the back of his chair, but I'm going to let that nigga get up, though. Like, what if we was in the gravitron and the gravitron effect was only working on some people? Everybody else that it wasn't working on will say, yo, what? You a superhuman, ain't it? No, they will have to give gravity selectivity now to make the bird not be a superhuman. So when I say why that bird define the law of gravity, is it a superhuman or something? Because you saying the gravitron effect keeping everybody else held down with centrifugal force. So why it ain't working on that bubble, that bird, to prevent them from making the bubble or the bird a superhero? They just give gravity selectivity powers.
It's just like you just said. I've literally heard them say it's because gravity is simultaneously the strongest force and the weakest force at the same time.
Right,
Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
They make a
It makes
contradiction
no
for right. Because think about it. It's so strong it can hold all the waters in the ocean to the earth, but it's so weak it'll let a butterfly go away. What a paradox and a contradiction. That's why they tell you.
People fall for that shit. It's crazy as hell.
And they fall for it.
And bro, another thing too, right? On that ride, when you get on, if you look at the like the warnings, it says if you're pregnant or if you smoke, do not get on this ride. If you go, because like a person with cancer that has bad lungs, because this would make their lungs collapse, or it would make a pregnant lady, have a miscarriage. So you got to think, if we're spinning at 1,000 miles per hour, all these pregnant women on the planet would be having miscarriages every day. All these smokers with bad lungs, their lungs would be collapsing left and right. Now, they have these machines, these hospitals, right? Especially during the CV time, everybody was getting hooked up to CPAP and BiPAP machines, right? They said the CPAP and the BiPAP machines, which are oxygen fluctuators for our lungs, they weren't strong enough to withstand the infection from the CV. So they had to up the ante to these ventilators. Now, these ventilation systems were higher pressure CPAP and BiPAP machines that were pushing more oxygen through the lung. Now, these ventilation machines were so powerful, and this was the first time they were being used on human beings, that a lot of people were dying because their lungs were collapsing because of the pressure. This is high velocity pressure. Our lungs cannot take this type of pressure. People that had cancerous lungs, their lungs were collapsing. Pregnant women that were getting hooked up to ventilation systems, they were going into miscarriages, and they were, pretty much, going into comas and so forth and so on. This was having a lot of bad, altercations for people, who got, weak respiratory systems. And everybody in this world, with the way that they pollute us with the food, the way they keep our systems down and beat up at a 80 percentile, death rate. That's what our lungs are. Our lungs are the average person has pretty much 80% of their lungs dead. They're living off of 20% of their lungs, and they don't even know it. So the average person right now wouldn't live on something spinning at 1,000 miles per hour on a rotation, and then a 360 rotation, another 100,000 miles per hour. So we're talking about 110,000 miles of rotation, and this is atmospheric pressure, pressurizing onto your respiratory system. Our bones would collapse, our bones would explode, our lungs would explode, our brains, any of our interior organs would explode. But if anybody wants to get on, I digress.
The problem with the gravitron, I hope they really don't try to use the gravitron as an example, because the problem with that is, like Sanchez said in his explanation, is you're inside a container. So are you admitting that the Earth is inside a container when you do that shit? If not, it just doesn't work, because they're saying that we're on the outside of the ball. So the gravitron example is really asinine. It doesn't work on any level. It disproves them on both sides. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how any globe earther would possibly try to use the gravitron as an example of how centrifugal force works. It's ridiculous.
Let me say this to all the northern people. They mean to say centrifugal. They know the southern accent is different. So it's actually centrifugal force for you people up north. But go ahead.
Yeah, centrifugal force.
They say the moon's spinning though. So why the Earth not spinning?
No,
the moon spins at the same speed as the Earth, which is why you can only see one face of it all the time. That's what they say. All of it is nonsense, but whatever.
Yeah, and like bro said,
they'll also tell you that the reason that we don't feel anything because we've been used to being on the spinning ball. But what you got to say about niggas that leave the Earth and come back? Their body will have to readapt to all that speed.
Piggybacking on what you're saying too is like, if you can look at the ISS, the International Space Station, right? NASA holds live feeds from the ISS every day. You can turn on I can go right now and I can pull it up right now, a NASA feed right now, and it will show you the Earth. And it will face one continent and one continent only. And you will not see the Earth spinning around at all. You will not see it make it to the next continent. You wouldn't you would have to be on that feed maybe for 48 to 72 hours, a 3-day span, in order for you to see the next continent for it to roll over into. But yet again saying, if it would take 3 days for that feed to show it turn to a continent, how are we spinning 1,000 miles an hour? 1,000 miles an hour, 1,000 miles an hour, we would be seeing the Earth every few seconds turning around. Every few seconds, it would be hitting the hand. You know what I'm saying? But I digress.
Yeah, I'm talking about they saying how their body adapt to the Earth's movement. You know what I'm saying?
No, that too. Like, you're absolutely right. You know what I'm saying? The Earth is spinning, and for them to come down in space and descend, right on the exact target, right? It has to be a straight shot. You know what I'm saying? They have to have a target, programmed into their navigation system to where they're going to land. And if the Earth is spinning at 1,000 miles an hour, that target, wherever it's at, is moving 1,000 miles an hour. They wouldn't be able to lock in on a specific landing target for them to even descend back down to the Earth if it was spinning so fast, because that target would never be in the same spot, at any time. It would always be in a different spot. If you take something like a frisbee, and you spin a frisbee in your hand, right? And you put something on top of or you drop something on top of the frisbee, it's gonna hit and it's gonna fly off. So the rocket ship descending down to the Earth, once it would hit, it would be hitting a flying disc. So it would just deflect and fly back. That's one. There would be a deflection process. And number two, if it specifically did land, like you said, the descension of that rocket ship would have to be going in a rotation formation around with the Earth, and this would be doing a 1,000 mile per hour, 360 rotation, right? And when they land, like you said, their organs would be shaken up like in a blender, right? So they would have to, their bodies would have to come to an acclimation where they've been at a standstill for such a period of time that all their organs digressed into their natural setting. It's completely impossible. This would discombobulate the organs. Your organs would snap. They would puncturize. They would pressurize. You would not be a living vessel on your descension down, let alone them opening the craft and you exiting. You would not.
Yeah, your body would have to readapt to all that speed, like I was saying. And that's going to take a while. By the time you try to do that, you would be already dead because your organs would be crushed already from all that speed.
You're exactly right. But you notice, right, when you see these descensions, right, from space, when they land their rocket ships, these people, they open the spacecraft and they walk right off. And hey, nothing is wrong with them. Their insides are totally fine. They're totally intact. They haven't been in a shaker. They haven't been in a blender spinning around. This was just like they were in a hot air balloon and boom, soft landing. When you get on an airplane and you sit in an airplane, you're up in the air. You can feel the little bit of turbulence. You're talking about these are not Mach speeds. These guys are descending at a G-force. Like Bro Sanchez said, this is central.
Can I ask you a question, bro? Have you ever seen a plane land on a moving object or anything moving?
Supposedly the Earth is moving, and supposedly we're landing on the Earth.
That's what I'm saying. But a plane can't land on anything that's in motion.
Not at all.
You see those naval ships with the planes taking off, those boats are stationary. You see what I'm saying?
No, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. You never catch a aircraft carrier, doing 1,000 miles per hour, and then a jetliner, just trying to level off with it and, see if it can just catch the right speed just to make that descension. But that's what would happen if you were descending from an aircraft from outer space onto the Earth. This is a aircraft carrier and the Earth is the aircraft carrier in motion, and we're the jetliner descending down. How is it catching? And the exact target,
My point, exactly.
At 1,000 mile per hour rotation. Not only that, a 360 degree rotate, 100,000 mile per hour rotation around the sun. We're talking at 110,000 miles per hour. And for people saying, oh, this is crazy, they don't know what they're talking about in the chat, this is blah, 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 this is nonsense. I don't know. If you got a better synopsis of it, Bro Sanchez has the link. Come on board and teach us. Because
so what they looking at when they looking through these telescopes and looking at black holes and watching these galaxies combine and these black holes combine with each other and stars explode.
They're not seeing that.
Those
is all lies.
From
They're
a
not seeing
computer
that
that
shit.
they make those images off of. But yeah, hey, so check this out. Here's another thing. Because they told us that the Earth is moving at 67,000 miles an hour. An average plane can only move around 720 some miles an hour. So how in the hell do they leave the atmosphere and catch up with a plane? With an Earth that's moving 134 times its speed. That darn Earth would have been a left their ass behind this space.
Why people using this Gravitron shit? You got motherfuckers I grew up with that couldn't even stand up straight on a goddamn merry-go-round, man. Come on, y'all. Let's get it.
Yeah, it's like this, right? You can look up in the sky, you can see the Big Dipper, you can see the Little Dipper, you can see the North Star, right? Tomorrow, the moon goes down. Tomorrow, the moon comes up. You can see the Big Dipper, you can see the Little Dipper, and you can see the North Star in the same exact area every day, night after night.
The Big Dipper is rotating around the North Star, creating that swastika. That's some deep shit too. That's to go to show you that the stars are rotating around. That's not the Earth is rotating.
But what I'm saying is we're spinning at 1,000 miles per hour plus another 110,360-degree rotation around the sun. I should not be able to see that Big Dipper and Little Dipper tomorrow in North Star. I should see different stars. They should not be in the same spot. I'm spinning 110,000 miles an hour. One direction, 360 degrees, another direction. Bro Sanchez shows you the sun is going out. We're like this. It's in a spiralization, and it's on a continuous move outwards. The stars are supposed to be at a standstill. I'm not supposed to see the Big Dipper, Little Dipper, and North Star tomorrow. I should be able to wake up and there should be new stars there. Green or purple or blue stars. I should not be able to see the same white stars every day and the same exact stars too. I should not see the whole Orion constellation. You can look up in the sky and you can see the whole Orion. You should not be able to see that same exact constellation in your atmospheric view every day and night. It should be different every day and night.
Especially if we're being zapped into space and stuff by the sun. We were supposed to be in left them constellations behind years ago.
Yep. Hey, bro, what we're saying is, I see you just put on your headphones. We're saying is, even every night, the Big Dipper, the Little Dipper, and the North Star, we see it every day, day after day. Yeah. There's not a different time that passes that we're spending 1,000 miles an hour, 110,000 miles, 360-degree rotation, that we see different stars. We're still seeing the same exact stars. They're still ending up in the same exact spot. We should be seeing different solar systems and different stars at night every other day.
Yeah, and then based upon the rate of parallax, which will be based upon the rate of the accelerating universe, it'll show us how many galaxies per year, per second, per how that would break down, which is facts. It's not even a system for that because they know we'll never see no motherfucking different galaxies.
Fuck, bro.
I
didn't even think of that like that, but that's true as hell too.
It's not even a system for that. They know this shit ain't gonna never change. Right. Hey guys, we really beat up the globe tonight. I gotta end it right here, but the good and the bad is this a powerful point to end it on. And of course, yeah, man, we count down for the main channel to come off strike. I appreciate y'all brothers once again, man. I'ma actually cut some of this out. The use to talk about gravity in the future on another. We're going to actually have flat earth, globe earth based around certain topics. Like this topic might be density. This topic may be the stars. This topic might be, but we definitely bringing the flat earth, globe earth debates back. But I really want to get with some globalists and see if we can, if they'll be willing to have a sit down. And I'm going to have a lot of those on flat power too, y'all. But let me say salutes to y'all, man. Email me for collabs. Alkaline, I got yours. We gonna make it happen. But peace and love to y'all, brothers. I got a jet. Salute, bro. I got a jet.
Yo, salute everybody on the panel, my brothers. Y'all already know.
Salutes, peace and love. Much love, much love. And thank you everybody for y'all continued support. My PayPal gang, Cash App gang, Patreon gang. I really appreciate y'all. Flat motherfucking